Hello and welcome to Flex and Chill with me, Luke, and
Jane.
that's right. And this is our podcast where we talk about anything we want. And surprise, we have another guest. He is our good friend who also does one of our podcasts with us. And we just needed to bring him to Flex and Chill Volume 2. So here's Adam.
Hi, everybody. Hi,
Hello.
Hi.
I
everybody. I should have done it the Dr. Nick,
I
not
was gonna
Dr.
say
Nick way.
hello, Nick. I mean, Adam.
Hi, everybody.
How is it going?
It's going really good. Good to see you guys again. We recorded our own show about a week ago, wasn't it? So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a
quick
week
turnaround.
ago. Yes, a week ago. Yes. Oh no, no, actually, yes, we did
It
record a
was a
week
week
ago.
ago.
No, no, no.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
Yeah, Shane and I recorded
Hey,
yesterday, so
I
I just
like
got
it.
confused. But yeah, no,
There's a
but
whole entire ecosystem going on
y-
here
y-
at the SPDM crew.
yeah,
I do feel I'm left out either because of my location or my personality, because you two meet up way more than all three of us meet up, or us two on the
Oh,
other
to be
side.
fair, Luke is one of my monthly guests on the Wasteland retrospective.
hmm
Yes,
So I
hmm
do
he
see him more. And for now, Adam is indeed the special when there is a fifth Thursday of the
I'm
month.
the bench warmer.
Uh,
Me and
Adam
Coach.
is the closer. I
The
call
pinch
him in
hitter.
from the bullpen.
Call him a pinch hitter, yeah.
There we go. Until a spot opens, and that spot will be Adam's if he wants it.
hmm
Well, I do too many other things, to be honest. I've got my own F1 podcast, obviously. Well, why not plug that, hey, while we're here, any F1
No, of
fans?
course, of course. We will. Don't
That
worry,
was a subtle.
we will
No,
get to the plugs.
I was just kind of feeling naturally, and then I ran with it. Yeah, no, I do a lot
There we
of other
go.
things, and another mate's reached out for joining. He's going to relaunch his movie battles ones, so I
Wow.
don't know. Yeah,
So a lot of things are on the horizon then for you.
keep him busy. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Well, good thing is, we have a show today. So what we're gonna do is, as
Hmm.
always, we're gonna rant or rave about something. One quick pop culture news, and then our big topic for today. And I think we decided on, because obviously Adam is the king of physical media. We decided on, why do, not necessarily why, but the mechanics, the minutia of, how do we buy, where do we buy,
Hmm.
and all the stuff about physical media, you know, in general, because, all three of us are collectors. Adam obviously
Mhm.
knows people in that industry, so I still don't understand how, but I'm so happy for you. I'm like, damn, he's got contacts everywhere. Like,
Yeah, I've got
i-
one really good contact who
impressive.
has contacts everywhere. Yeah.
See, that's one extra than I have. So hey, that's still very impressive.
Fair.
And we will wrap the show with a quick recommend from each of us. So before that, Adam, since you're our guest, what
Mhm.
do you want to rant or rave about?
Look, there was a few things I prepped for this in
hmm
anticipation, but this is the one I'm choosing. Okay, so what's really gotten me bothered, and it's got me bothered a few times, and especially it's about internet rhetoric, but in particular towards preempting the hatred of something that, and this is about movie wise. We're seeing it lately, and I was looking at it today about an hour before we started recording.
hmm
People ripping on Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey trailer because of the casting choices, and there was a side by side of Wolfgang Petersen's Troy with Brad Pitt and whoever played Helen of Troy. And in this one, we've got Lupita Nyong'o and Elliot Page playing something else.
Yes.
Was he playing Troy? And it was
Well,
just
first off,
this.
it's not even confirmed,
Yeah.
which is even the best part of it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's people getting upset because Tom Holland says dad in it. It's like, guys, please. Like, there's such a history of preempting hatred, and people say, I'm not going to watch this because of the go woke, go broke stuff. That bothers me so much.
hmm
The two biggest other cases of this before I hand it over to you guys is Heath Ledger when he was cast as the Joker,
hmm
the outcry of that, and the bigger one even was Daniel Craig being cast as James Bond because he
hmm
was too ugly to be Bond and he was blonde, James Blonde, and it was just, and it turns out they were both magical in those roles, and it completely revived and turned around
hmm
those franchises. Like, yeah. So anyway, I just want people to maybe trust the process a bit more. Studios do know what they're doing. That's why they're billion-dollar companies. So yeah. Anyway, thoughts, fellas. I'll let you guys
I was
continue.
gonna say, like, I thought you were gonna mention the, hey, how come they are all speaking in a American accent in this Greek movie? Like I've seen a
Hmm.
great point about like the cast of especially like Lupita Nyong'o potentially, as Shane mentioned, it nothing's been confirmed. People
No.
presume she's Helen of Troy. Nothing has been
Hmm.
confirmed. But even
But
if
even
she
if,
is,
who
but even if
cares?
she, exactly, first of all, even if she is a stunning person, A, and I've seen a
Hmm.
great point. How dare they cast black people in my Greek mythology? This is not based on a
Yes.
true fucking story. This is not historical. This is only as
No. It's a
historical as it.
poem.
Yeah, this is
It's
only
a
as
poem.
historical as a fucking. Yeah, this is based in Greece. This is where
Yeah.
the historical part
Yeah.
ends.
Where was
Like,
the outcry with Dev Patel playing the Green Knight? I mean that
oh,
was
I'm pretty sure there
same
was.
thing, right?
It was
Was
just
there?
small
Okay.
enough of a movie where
yeah.
people didn't
Yeah,
pay that
yeah.
much
But
attention.
Or
that's what I mean. It's such selective outrage.
Or
It bothers
Adam,
me.
or you touched before we switched on the cameras when the two of us were chatting. You touched on Rings of Power. I still remember the
Yes.
backlash there was against black people being involved in that fantasy. There is a
Mm.
pattern to this outrage. I don't know if you can,
Oh, yes. Yeah,
there's a.
there's a common denominator, isn't
How
it?
dare you cast people of color in my white fantasy? I mean fantasy,
Yeah.
right? Right?
Yeah.
Like this
Uh-huh.
is such a fucking bullshit thing.
I
Just like.
remember there was outcry for Rings of Power that some of the elves were
Mhm,
ugly.
mhm.
They weren't hot enough. And I'm like,
Ha!
is
Wow.
that where we're at now?
How can
What
I
we're
sympathize with my
arguing
elves
about?
if I cannot, if they're not fuckable, Sheen? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's we can't cosplay this, so we
Yeah.
don't like it.
Look at
That's
my Elrond and his big ass ears. And it's just like, shut
I did
up.
I just finished Return of the King today, actually.
Nice.
I did actually watch the Odyssey trailer for the first time yesterday because it played before Mortal
Mm.
Kombat 2.
Mm.
Oh
Because I'm
yeah.
trying not to watch trailers on the internet, trying to watch them in theaters.
Mhm.
And,
Mhm.
one, it's just, I don't even want to hear any more discourse about the Odyssey.
Yep.
But then it's
No.
like, what, we got 2.5 more months of this? And one,
Mm.
Elliot Page's character is not confirmed. But if Elliot Page is playing the ghost of Achilles, and just like, Elliot Page is not as hot and ripped as Brad Pitt. And I'm
Mm.
like, okay,
Mhm.
okay. And like the
Mm.
whole entire Helena Troy thing, it's just like Lupita Nyong'o is an incredible actor and
Yes.
also very striking.
Yep.
So like,
Hmm.
would a dude, sacrifice everything
Launch a
and
thousand ships.
their
Yeah.
country
Yeah, the face that
just
launched
for
thousands ships.
one?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. But
Yes.
there was also rhetoric before any of this come out about, and I don't even necessarily want to focus on the Odyssey story particularly,
Yeah.
Mhm.
um, about them not casting any Greek actors. And I think I've made this point to one or both of you before. It's like,
Mhm.
well, no one would go watch the. I can swear on this. No one would go
Yeah.
watch the fucking film if it was Greek actors because no one knows it. The studio wouldn't fund it in the first
Mhm.
place. Like, studios aren't going to fund a movie like this without stars in it, so they're kind of guaranteed some money, some bums on seats, right? So
And, and
you would never
again,
get that movie.
yes, exactly. And again, we need some perspective here, folks. Like, perspective is
Mm.
this is not a real story. Or, sorry, this is not based on real historical events. It's based on, real
Mm.
stories of Greek mythology. 100%. Yes. This is not
Yep.
like, I think this should be a non-issue. This should be in a normal world. This is a non-issue. Oh, yeah, there's a fantasy movie about this fantasy of gods
Mm.
being and some of them might be portrayed by people of color or non-Greek people. Cool. That should be the reaction. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, why do I care?
Yeah.
Like,
It's like the reaction should be Christopher Nolan's made a film
mhm,
t shot entirely on IMAX. Let's get fucking excited,
yeah,
not get hung up on stupid. Like I think people with critical thinking power abilities are pretty fine with it. It's the Alabamans that come online and
sweet
vote go
home
wait go broke
Alabama.
type of thing. Yeah, it's yeah, it's it just bothers me.
Hmm.
Just, I mean, what bothers me more is just people hating on something before they've even had seen
Yes.
really any of it. Like they've seen a trailer, which a lot of that trailer might not even make the film. Like you
Hmm.
don't know.
Trailers
Yeah.
are
Anyway, it's
BS. They're
Yeah.
marketing ploys.
Hmm.
They have nothing to do with the actual movie and the filmmaker
hmm
generally. So it's
yeah,
like, just go watch the movie.
Yes. Yes.
And if you
yeah,
don't like the movie, complain then.
Correct.
yeah.
There you
Exactly.
go.
Give
You
something a
paid your
chance.
hard-earned money to go watch that
Uh-huh.
movie. And if you didn't like it and want to complain about, go ahead. But
Or if
before
you
then,
don't want to, you don't have to.
yeah,
Like that's the thing. Like
Exactly.
if you're really that bothered, like you always have the choice not paying for it, not going to see it, not ignore
hmm
it altogether and be happy.
but Luke, I want the power to be able to be like, I don't want this to exist.
Yeah, I know, right? Mm-hmm.
There's another example of this that I actually wanted your opinion on Shane, to be honest, because there was a lot of uproar about Stephen Colbert writing the new Lord of the Rings movie based on
Mm-hmm.
a 6-page bit that wasn't in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because people are saying, what the hell, like what they've lost the plot, getting Colbert to write a script and blah blah. I'm like,
Stephen Colbert knows more about um
exactly.
Tolkien lore than like
Anyone.
your average like 200 people combined that you throw
I
together. So like
Absolutely.
if
Absolutely.
anybody
He's one of
was
the
gonna
smartest
write
cats on the
something
planet.
about it, yeah.
I think he could
Yeah.
probably, if Tolkien was still alive, I think he would give him a run of for his money there. You
Yeah.
know how many
Yeah.
times like George R. Martin has apparently dude someplace in Sweden that fact checks him. Like he,
Yeah.
George,
Right.
the guy who fucking wrote, is still writing allegedly Game of Thrones. Apparently, he's
Yeah.
got a
Literally
dude.
anything but the last
Yes,
Game of
exactly.
Thrones book.
Like I remember there was an interview where he said, like, yeah, I don't keep track on everything what I read or what I wrote. Sorry. So like I have a dude that actually has it memorized, has all the notes. So every once in a while he pings me a message, like when he reads my new stuff, saying, "Hey, this character has a blue eyes. This person, this actually, happened in a previous book like this. So you're changing, you should probably change it." So many times the authors themselves don't really remember because if you've written like five,
Mm.
6 books that are like over 1,000 pages long, you will not remember every single detail. That's why
Absolutely not.
famously, like he said in his books, there was like some character that changes their color eyes from like brown to blue throughout the books, and like
Ah, right.
some horse gets a sex change because like he forget that the horse was a male or a female. I don't remember the details, but apparently that's what happens in the books.
I
Maybe
have
more wrong.
written a
Mm.
4 script series of
Mm,
movies, and these are things that I came up with in college and then wrote over the course probably a year and a half of getting the scripts out of my head.
hmm.
You know how much effort it takes to make sure you're keeping everything straight?
Yep.
Yeah,
It,
I do.
we're human beings, just like chill. A couple of quick thoughts. One, when I did watch the Odyssey trailer, my brother had one reaction to it, and I did think it was kind of funny. He was just like, "Why does Robert Pattinson have an American accent? Why didn't they just make him British?"
Yes.
Tom
And
Holland's the
I'm
same,
like,
right? Isn't
Yeah.
he?
I sat there, I'm like,
Hmm.
I guess that's a fair point because he is British. I guess
Mm.
he could have just had it. Unless they wanted
Yeah.
consistency, I guess.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
I'm excited for people to be like, why is like a northeast John Bernthal sound like a New Yorker chilling out in ancient Greece? And I'm just like, I'll have John Bernthal hanging out in anything. You shut the hell up. Um, but like I it's it's very interesting because people care so much about canon. And if you
hmm
really want to know this, talk to Star Wars fans.
Hmm.
Star
Oh,
Wars Star Wars fans are the worst. And
Some.
I want to touch on that, but
as a
I'll let you
collective,
finish.
Yes, as a collective,
they
yes.
are the most toxic of fandoms because just look at the Acolyte
Mm.
Mm.
But
and the whole discourse around that.
But isn't it the same kind of thing where, like, we again had people of color? How dare you have, or, also, how do you have,
Oh, when
there were some
Finn was
gay people
black,
in that
yeah.
show? There was some gay
Yes.
people?
Yeah.
Yeah. How dare you have LGBTQ propaganda in my sci-fi show? It's like, Like some people, I genuinely think those are the same people. Those are the same people who complain about Odyssey. Those are the same people. Those are
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the Venn diagram
Absolutely.
is a fucking circle of those people. They,
Yeah.
and also to your point, Shane, about Star Wars fandom, have you met Rick and Morty fandom? Being toxic, the most toxic? I think they will challenge.
Really.
They will
Rick!
challenge. Yeah,
It's like,
Pickle.
yeah, boo me. I know what makes you cheer.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've seen this great meme. It's like many people in that fandom think they are Rick, but they are actually Jerry, and that's why they are being so obnoxious. And I'm like, yep,
There's a lot more Jerrys in the world than there are Ricks.
100%.
Absolutely. I've never come across Rick and Morty fandom, to be honest. I don't follow any. I mean, I love
Oh,
Rick and Morty the show, but I've never gone on social media about it.
be glad. Like this is why I'm
Mm,
trying to like I am a Rick and Morty fan. I'm a Star Wars fan, but like to be associated with those two fandoms, it's not a necessarily great thing.
Can
I
I?
I was literally just talking to Jess about this yesterday because
Mhm,
I don't know if either of you are really caught up on all Star Wars stuff, but I am
No, no.
because I
mhm,
do watch literally everything that pops up on Disney Plus Star Wars related.
mhm.
And because I love Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I watch it because I love Star Wars. Look at that. And I watched Maul, Shadow Lord.
Mm,
And my
any
God, the
good?
last two episodes of this season were like mind melting.
Wow.
And the lightsaber battles in it were epic as hell. And they paid off one of the biggest, like, fan, we want to see these two people fight in a lightsaber battle ever. And
Ooh.
it was
Oh.
worth it. And of course, this had to open up a whole another can of worms of anytime there's a lightsaber battle in anything Star Wars, it opens up the discourse on like, why were the lightsaber battles in the Disney era of the sequels so much worse than in the prequels? And if I have to listen to people shit talking Rosario Dawson again,
Oh,
because she moves slower than Hayden Christensen fighting in lightsaber battles. I'm just gonna like, what the hell?
It
And
it's weird that
even like
Rosario Dawson is getting hate, right?
that woman deserves 0% of hate ever,
Exactly.
and you all need to step the
mm,
hell off. But like, and they're like side by side. Look what lightsaber battles used to be, and it's always the Obi-Wan and uh Anakin
Darth.
fight on Mustafar
Yeah.
from Revenge of the
Ah, yeah.
Sith, and
Hmm.
it's like,
Mm,
and then they show Rey and Kylo fighting,
Hmm.
and I'm like,
mm.
on one side here, and this is more thought that I'm putting into this than probably most people, but like here, Rey and Kylo were not formally trained Jedi.
Hmm.
Mm.
Here we have a Jedi Master and the Chosen One. Which one of these do you think's going to be a more technically proficient lightsaber battle, or
Yeah.
like more polished? I don't know. That seems like a that seems like a answer that we can't figure out on our own using our brains, but whatever.
Hmm.
Critical thinking, like I said.
And again,
Like,
like it seems like it's so weird that like back on a like this kind of like a veil of thought. It's weird that Rosario Dawson is getting hate. Like there is a
Yeah, I don't understand
commonality.
that.
There is a commonality to that pattern, and it's the same fucking people. It's the same fucking.
well, and like, why are we talking about the
Mm.
rise of Skywalker when we should be talking about how awesome Maul Shadow Lord is?
I still haven't seen. So I haven't seen Acolyte. To your point, Shane, or to your question, I am all caught up besides Acolyte because I'm
Okay.
less likely to get to it because now I know it's cancelled and I know
Because
there's
they
like some sort
canceled
of
it.
yeah, and there is some sort of like a cliffhanger.
Don't even
Yep,
get me
yep,
started
yep,
on what that series set
yep,
up
yep.
for
I
Star Wars fans to ruin it for me.
I think I know the cliffhanger because I've seen it spoiled, but like that's why I'm kind of like I will definitely watch it even though I'm less I'm it's not on priority because I know
Well, to be
it's
fair,
not
I
coming
don't
back.
blame you for not going back to watch it after Disney pulled the plug
Yep.
so prematurely.
But I will definitely because I love Star Wars and I want some new fresh voices that will do new fresh things. We don't have to follow the
No,
same fucking formula.
no. It has to be about the Skywalkers because if it's not, then it's Star Wars.
And they need to be white.
We've got Sean Levy's movie coming out with Gosling next
Yeah,
year, isn't it?
Yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
and a scene
That's
directed
not
by
in the
Tom Cruise.
Skywalker.
No, they said that's not.
Really?
Yeah, that's not. And
Ah,
they said apparently that's supposed to be the first feature movie that has nothing to do with Skywalker. Like there will
yeah,
be that's its
yeah.
own adventure in the same universe.
Hmm. Isn't it called Starfighter or
I
Yep.
think so.
I
not? Can't be
I'm
the last Starfighter.
not that
It's a very
movie.
different movie.
I am super excited about Mandalorian and Grogu
Same.
and the
Hmm.
Starfighter. And whenever they get around to James Mangold, like ancient tale
Hmm.
of the
Oh,
Force that's supposed to be
yes.
like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
biblical epic, and I'm like, that shit sounds amazing to me. Bring
That
it on.
Yes.
that does sound that's the Star Wars I'm looking forward to the most, to be honest. That
hmm hmm
ancient. That'd be
And you
great.
know what? It'll get canceled because 99% of Star Wars projects have been canceled
I
within
was
like
see.
6 years.
I didn't want to be that voice, and
Kennedy's left though.
yeah, Kennedy's left. But
So, you
but
know.
from what I hear, like she's taken a lot of shit, even for stuff it wasn't her fault, but she just took it because she was the boss.
Hey man,
So
Because
she
she's
was the
a
boss. That's where the buck stops.
no, that's
That's
the
she's got
thing.
to.
That's the
Yeah,
thing. So, but
that's the job.
we have a well, we not we. A certain country in the world has a leadership where nothing is ever his fault. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
a refreshing
yeah.
to
this is
see.
that.
I know it's refreshing to see somebody like who's actually in charge of a big company that like not putting other people in front of a moving train, and be like,
Mm.
just yeah, okay, you can hate me all you want. So it's
Well, do you know what though? She still got paid a fuck ton of money. She got a nice little golden parachute. Good for her. Like she had a good career. She did a lot of great things.
Yeah.
But when her job is to hire the best to do the best, and she
Mhm.
didn't do that, that's her fault. And I mean, yeah.
Yes,
And I think
yes,
she rightly took the blame. Yeah.
yep,
And
And maybe
now
didn't
we have
oversee it
the true
enough.
acolyte running Star Wars, aka Dave Filoni.
that is true.
Because
Yeah,
The
I don't know if I
chosen
trust
one.
him too much. I don't know.
he is the chosen one of George Lucas.
He's the
So,
Stephen Colbert of Star Wars.
He
yeah,
truly is.
honestly.
He truly
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Just watching Jon Favreau talk about the Mandalorian and Grogu and him being such a nerd
Mm.
makes me so puts a smile on my face because like it's so funny because Jon Favreau 90s and the early aughts
Yep,
played such douchebags and
yep.
everything and like
Oh
gross
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
And then to find
yeah,
out that he's just a giant Star Wars nerd is
But talk
hilarious to me.
talk about studying somebody's career. Imagine watching this guy, like
yeah. I
we say,
know.
like in the movies he
I
made in the
know.
90s, and now he is one
Wingers.
of the top guys in Hollywood. He
Yep.
kickstarted Marvel. He's now has a,
Mm-hmm.
and still is helping Marvel on like some sort of producing
Revive Star
level.
Wars.
Yeah, now Star Wars. He is a
Mm.
sneaky like number top five most powerful producers right now. Like sneaky,
Mm.
like you wouldn't think of him, but he's fucking powerful. And I'm like,
Yeah.
who would have thought the guy from fucking, all these like comedies from like, where he was a total douche in the 90s will now be like ruling Hollywood. Like I wouldn't. Good for him.
Mm.
There
Yeah.
we go. But at the
It's
end of the
crazy.
day, just watch stuff or not watch
Or
stuff and
don't. Yeah.
shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Don't preheat stuff because it's the
Correct.
Yep.
most you're just calling yourself out as the biggest moron if you do
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Mm.
What about you, Shane? What is your rant or rave?
I'm too tired to rant about something in my own life. So I'm just gonna put like appreciation out there and a
hmm
subtle plug for working in education.
hmm
Because honestly, a decent chunk of the year, it is thankless and just a Sisyphean attempt of trying to get a bunch of children to young adults to do literally anything. But one nice thing is I wrapped up my school year 2 days ago and I look forward to the summer. There's a lot of things that'll be on my mind because how things are going at my job, but at least I have a time to breathe.
hmm
I don't have to work another evening until September. I can be a little bit more laid back, and not every job can say that. Many jobs are you're on it, the same level
Yep.
nonstop every single day.
Hmm.
And yeah, I
Mm.
might have horribly busy stretches like the past 3 weeks where I'm tired, folks. But now I can rest a little bit and relax and, focus on getting ready for next year. So it's not so bad. I have built-in vacations like Christmas
Mm.
to New Year's, and I rack up to 200 hours of PTO, so I'm going to be taking like 2 weeks off in
Nice.
June. So I'm so looking forward to that. So in the shadow of this hellscape of a school year, I can sit here a little bit appreciative that I get a little bit of a break.
Hmm. That's
Well,
nice.
kudos for being positive, mate. That's
Yes.
yeah. No, no, it's
That's
important to
that's
stay
what I gotta
positive
be at
when,
5:30 in the morning.
well, yeah, when it feels like it's crumbling around you, it's really important
That is true.
attitude. So
I am that dog
good for you,
meme
man.
sitting in that room.
Sitting in that
It's all
room.
You're
on
the
flames around me, but at
Everything's
least I have a
fine.
chair.
I
Yes.
thought you were gonna like the kitten hanging off the rope, saying hang in there.
Oh,
I could probably name like at least 10 memes that I feel like at the moment. So, but I won't do that because I don't know if that's good for the podcast. So, Luke, what's your thing?
so I touched on it with Adam when we were before the show. I think so. As many of us, I order stuff online, mostly from Amazon, because even though I don't support
Mm,
everything they have a lot of stuff on it, and it's the cheapest option, and I don't have that much money to make better choices, man, more ethical choices, yada yada yada. Anyway, I've ordered two new shelves for my Blu-ray collection, and they're like, okay, cool. They taken my money very happily, and they said,
mhm,
"Oh, it's gonna be with you this Thursday, like a week from then." I was like, "Cool." Then there's no email about, "Oh, this has been dispatched," which is weird. I was like, "Okay." Then Thursday comes. Sorry, it's delayed. It'll be now next Thursday. I'm like, "That's fine." Next Thursday comes. Sorry, it's delayed again. It'll be next Thursday. And I'm like, at this point, I'm like,
wow.
look, I am not like I'm trying not to be the like iPad kid energy. It's like I need my thing now. No, but if you're gonna delay it, if you have a problem with like like some sort of supply issue or whatever, tell it to me straight. Give me an actual date. If you tell me, hey, we will ship it to you, but it's gonna take us a month, but that by the end of a month you will actually have it instead of giving me like three fake dates when
Mhm.
you will postpone it again. Like, don't do that shit. Like,
Mm.
this is like I don't think it's Amazon. I think that's the company, and I think they're probably like struggling to source out some stuff. I don't know, but like, just don't do that. Like, I don't need it now. It's a fucking shelf. I will survive. Like, this is
Yeah,
me crying for my shelf. No, I will survive. Just, if I paid for
there's a
something, it's the principle of it.
mm,
Don't give me a
there's a principle.
bullshit
Yeah.
answer. Don't bullshit me. Give it to me straight. Just tell me
Hmm.
it's gonna be a month. If you want, you can cancel, or if you're not gonna cancel, we'll deliver it next month. That's all I'm asking. So,
Just say stop edging me and just tell me when it's actually gonna be here.
yes.
Just tell me it's back ordered. Like
Yes.
if it's back ordered,
Yeah.
tell me it's back ordered.
Is
Like,
it in
come
the
on.
country? Is it close to you? Do you know if you look at the
I don't
tracking?
actually know. Like
Ah.
given it's a week, and I've ordered from them before because this is my original Blu-ray shelf, but that's only one, and
Mm.
so now I ordered two more because I have a
Yeah.
problem, and it's the same supplier. I don't think it's like in the country because it's a week, so I'm guessing it's not. So again, and I
Okay.
understand, like, Strait of Hormuz is a thing, and like a lot of other like global factors are a thing. So again, that's fine. I am not the iPad kid energy. Like I need my stuff now. No, 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 now, no, or now or bust. No, no, fuck that. Just give it. Tell me the actual date. If it's gonna be
Be
delayed, it's gonna
honest.
be delayed. But it like don't tell
Mm.
me, hey, it's gonna be Thursday. Never mind, it's gonna be the next Thursday. Because I guarantee you, next Thursday will come and it's gonna be postponed again. So I'm gonna like I'm gonna probably ping them a message like, guys, what the fuck? Politely, politely. I'm not gonna be like, what the fuck? I'm gonna be like,
Yeah, I'd be harassing them by now. I
hmm,
just get shitty at bad service, so I will contact providers a lot and say, dude, you said this, but this is what's happened. So, I,
I always try to be nice to people when I'm talking to them because I know it's not
oh
their fault.
yeah,
Like
no,
but
no,
sometimes like they catch me on a bad day, and especially when they try to bullshit me. Like I had a situation with my broadband a couple of years ago, and I was like, I know it's not your fault, but you're bullshitting me right now. I'm ending this call. Thank you very much. Bye. And I
mm,
ended the call. So she called me back. I'm sorry, I think we were interrupted. I'm like, no, we were not interrupted. You're wasting my time. My life is not limitless. I don't have time for this. Oh, I'm
yep,
sorry. Okay. And then she understood, like, I'm actually gonna take some action. Now we can actually do what he's suggesting because you're right. hmm Yes, I was
yeah,
right.
yeah.
I was
You
fucking
knew I
right,
was
and
the
I
whole
know,
time.
and I
Uh,
know. She was representing a bad company, but she was following a script. So I was like, I'm trying to be nice to you. I know it's not your problem,
mm.
it's your boss's, but like, tell them to get fucked.
Telcos are normally the worst for that type of thing too.
Mm,
It's shocking.
no, it's just yeah.
Yeah,
So just give it to me straight. Like, just don't lie to me. Like that's all I'm asking for.
mhm.
Yeah. The
I
world
think
would be
that's fair.
nicer if, organizations were just open and straightforward about
Mhm.
stuff.
But
I'm not
also,
talking about anything in particular.
I know, right?
Uh,
But also, like, I feel like Amazon also has a lot of things to answer for when it comes to we don't need things in second day or the third day. Give them fucking time to deliver our stuff. Like,
No,
mm.
give
Luke,
them lunch
I
breaks.
need a drone
I know, right?
dropping that thing off at my feet in 90 minutes.
To be fair, drone doesn't need a
Wow.
piss break. So drone, yeah, I don't give a fuck about drones, but like give the drivers like time for lunch. Give them a time to actually so they don't have
Oh,
to pee to their bottles and shit like that.
I could go on a whole entire thing about that because my
Yep.
brother just went on a whole entire thing about that because he just got trained yesterday by one of the licensed subsidiary companies that deliver for Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not
Ah,
actually
okay.
Amazon employees. They're
Of
another
course.
Yeah,
company
yeah,
that's
Of
outsourced.
yeah.
of course.
And this person going off and like, no, you know what the video told you about eating and drinking and staying hydrated, well nourished? Well, no, you don't get to take a break.
Nope.
You're going to be going 10 hours straight. You're not going to worry about food and drinks. I'm like, that seems a little dangerous to have all of your drivers dehydrated and malnourished doing 10-hour shifts, like
Sorry, is that what
driving.
the video actually said? The
No,
training?
the video said this.
Yep.
The
Mm.
trainer is like, forget what the video said. You don't get
The
Really?
breaks.
reality of the situation is that, yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, that's illegal in the state of New Jersey.
And also,
Should be
I
illegal
still,
around the
So
world.
well,
no,
it
it's
is it not?
not in the United States.
Wait, they did not have to give you a break for lunch?
Nope.
The
Not every
more
Really?
state.
the more I learn about the United States, the more I'm like, how did you guys not revolt like 10 times over? Like, I don't
Well,
understand.
it sounds like slavery never actually ended.
Mm,
We do get paid
Because that's
much lower
yeah,
wages than we should, but
hmm
technically it's not
yeah.
slavery.
Mm.
That
More
beautiful
like
technicality.
indentured servitude.
hmm
Which is just one step away. But
hmm
no, in the state of New Jersey though, which is supposed to be a worker first state,
hmm
because you have to specify that in the United States because not every state is worker first. Um,
Wow.
yep, yep,
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
yep.
We've got a very lucky Luke.
Yes.
We do.
Now, the more I talk to my American friends, the more I'm worried for them. I will say, like, Jesus Christ.
I mean, regular full-time workers only get 2 weeks off a year, right? I mean, whew, that's nuts. So yeah,
Like
bad
bereavement.
sick
I was just
leave.
dealing with this because Jess's aunt passed away, who she was a guardian for.
hmm
For an aunt, you get 1 day bereavement.
So
Wow.
I dealt with something similar last year when my grandmother passed away. So I gone to Czech Republic for a funeral and all that. And the company policy so was, if it's your parent or a child, you can get like up to 2 weeks, no questions asked. If it's anybody like other like further, you get like a day or two, right? And I'm like, but surely like there should be some sort of consideration for folks who are not from here, because like I understand for if you live in Aberdeen or like on Scotland and your family is in Scotland, yeah, you probably need a day or two. because like that's but if you need to fly to a different country, like that should, some surely there should be some consideration. And my boss was like, yeah, that's up to my discretion, so yeah, just take whatever days you want. I'm like, okay. So I took like a week because I just took like I wasn't fucking around. I was just a week there to sort out the stuff and help my mom because it was her mom who passed away. you know did my things, came back, went back to work pretty much as soon as possible. Yeah. But
Mm.
5 days, just in our system, I just put it at 5 days, spoke to our HR. HR said, yeah, if your boss says yes, it's fine. My boss said yes. So I was like, okay, cool. So I was like, yeah. But this is fucking
Yeah,
insane.
yeah, I get a day off if when I move house. If I'm moving house, I just say I'm taking a moving day, and
Nice.
it's a fully paid day. Yeah,
I don't have that. I
yeah,
need to
that's
move more
weird.
often.
It's well, I haven't moved in over 10 years, so I'm due.
I was gonna say, how often do you guys move that you have a moving day off? Like,
Yeah, it's weird. Even if like if because I work for the government, so if my like my home office shut down or something and we had to relocate house,
mhm.
the government would pay for my moving costs. Like so would pay for like transport trucks, whatever, to get me to where I need to be closer to work.
Damn.
Yeah.
See, those are the
Mm,
types of fringe benefits people seek out.
Yes.
Like,
mm,
I complain about my job situation at the moment because, yeah, I'm particularly worried about my job existing.
Hmm.
But there's like I rack up to 200 hours of paid leave,
Hmm.
and that's just like vacation.
Hmm.
I get unlimited sick time to discretion.
Yeah.
So
oh
like
wow.
I and
That's
that's real
good.
nice. And I have taken
Yeah.
4.5 days of that in 10 years.
Hmm.
Mate, take some more, bro. They owe it to you. Just out of not spite, but out of principle for especially
Well, like when I'm sick, I take it off.
Hmm.
yeah.
Well,
But what
and I guess
about
it depends on and I feel bad because my wife, all of her paid leave is combined. So all of her
mm,
vacation and her sick time are combined into one
ah,
pool. And she always has negative because she always has migraine problems and
Hmm.
it's missing days of work.
mm,
So
mm,
I'm like, I wish I could gift you some of my unlimited sick
yeah.
time.
That shouldn't be the case. Jesus
I think
Christ.
I get 18 days sick leave a year, and
Hmm.
8 of those days I can use without a doctor's certificate.
Hmm.
Um,
Our
and so I just
policy
take a
is
day off when I can't be bothered. So I just wake up and go, no, fuck this shit, and I just call in, I'm coming in, like a mental health day.
Hmm.
yeah. Our
They're super
policy
important.
generally is if you're out for more than 3 days in a row, you should have a doctor's note.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Which,
yeah,
to be fair, like if you're that sick for 3+ days,
yeah.
you probably should have gone to the doctor.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
Like with us, it's pretty much the same. And if you need to go, like in our system, because you need to, put all your old hours and holidays and all that into the system. And our system is technically it's only 5 days, but realistically it's like unlimited. If you have a problem, you just talk to again
Mm,
your boss, HR, like, hey, I need to like I don't know, go on this operation or just do this, or I have this and this and this. And it's not like they'll tell you to use your holidays because I'm pretty sure that I don't know if it's illegal, but I'm sure they cannot do that. So like they'll basically tell you either it's gonna be unpaid or more likely the company will like it's a sick day. You will have 2 weeks that are sick day, and because we know you're actually sick. But
mm,
here the workers' protection is very good, so
yeah.
it's I am genuinely grateful, like for all my problems with my work and some things here and there. I'm no like I'm very grateful for what we have.
Mm. You
Hmm.
work for a private company? You work,
Yes,
Lou? Yeah, okay.
yes, yes. But yeah. Well, anyway, now we're to complain about our work and all and holidays and and different systems of oppression. Uh, Adam, do you have a pop culture news you want to discuss?
Um, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and this is the one I'm most excited about because remember when I came on your original show
Yep.
and the question was my hot takes and that aliens are real and money is not.
Yes. Yes.
Guess what's been happening in the last couple of days with some declassified documents. So,
Ooh.
have you not seen this? Trump's enforced the release of declassified UFO documents. So there's a lot of stuff
Mhm.
coming out, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not a lot yet, but I just wanted to talk about that's a pop culture moment, and
Mm-hmm.
I just want to be proven, I want to be validated for being laughed at.
I
Because
see.
I've been laughed at for 30 years about this, but
I genuinely think nowadays, if you don't believe in aliens existing, not living, I'm not living amongst us. Like I don't think they live among other people right now. But if you
mm,
don't believe aliens exist, like there is some sort of like I don't think you understand how big universe is. And
mm,
I think it's mostly not to oversimplify that, but like from my limited exposure, it's mostly religious folks because it's tied
that
with
don't.
we are God, God
Mm,
created us.
We're
Therefore,
God's special children. There's no
exactly,
other special
that
yeah.
would
children.
make us less special. Correct. That's exactly the point. So many people I talk to about like aliens and shit. I
Mm.
don't talk to many people about it, but like every once in a while, it's like many people who seem to genuinely be against that idea have some sort of religious background. And I'll leave it at that.
But
I
wouldn't
don't
it,
want to.
but also wouldn't it make sense though that if the universe was created, that they wouldn't create it like if we scale it to say the inside of the Wembley Stadium, a sports
Mhm.
stadium,
Yep,
but they only put life in one blade of grass in the middle of buttfuck nowhere in this stadium. And the whole other stadium's completely blank with nothing, but there's still shit
exactly.
around floating about,
Exactly.
but nothing, no other life.
Mhm.
It's a dumb
This
critical
is
thinking. It's a dumb
like,
conceit.
to put it in more pop culture news. That's why I
Hmm.
loved Project Hail Mary because I'm pretty sure this is one
Hmm.
of the first like sci-fi, mainstream sci-fis that are talking about. Hey, this is another life form, but it's not us, our life form. We would never detect this
Yeah.
kind of life form because what we always presume life form is they
Yeah.
need oxygen to breathe, they need
Yeah.
water to survive. And I've even as a child, I was like, but surely, if there's aliens, that's like a big presumption. Like, like why would we assume that's the default for every single, not person,
Exactly.
extraterrestrial
It's live,
creatures?
Because
Jim, but not as we know it.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, even when
because
I was like
human
12,
beings are
self-obsessed.
obnoxiously self-absorbed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was, because I don't know, I was
Hmm.
a weird kid. It's like I was thinking about shit like that. And even when I was like 13, I was like, but surely if aliens exist, nobody says they need to look like us, or they need water to survive, or they need oxygen to breathe. Like
Hmm.
surely that like that cannot be the default for everybody if we have actual
No.
extraterrestrial beings, right?
Well, I think they've actually moved past that in recent
Mm-hmm.
findings of that. They've found life on Venus, which is like a pretty inhabitable planet,
Mm-hmm.
but there is life there. So life can survive. Life finds a way, right? So, I mean, it's going to
Uh,
be
uh,
somewhere.
uh,
That's catchy. You
Life
said
finds
that.
a way.
All for your news, I'll say I'm
Those
I'm
original.
glad I'm glad Donald released those files. I wish
Yeah.
they would release different kinds of files.
Well, you know what? Look, morally, yes, you're correct, but for my personal investment for like
Yeah.
almost my entire life, no, I want the UFO files, honestly. I don't
When
want to
they
know
gave you
what those sick
files,
pricks got up to.
big
Honestly, that's
beautiful
gross.
files, alien files.
All the
That's
files.
basic.
I do stretch it though, and I do think. I mean, it's not just about aliens. The fact that aliens must exist somewhere in this enormous, unfathomable universe, but the real question is, have they visited us?
Yes.
And I think I still think it's unquestionable that they visited us. If not, they're still here, or they. There's too much anecdotal evidence. Story. There's too much out there for it to not be true.
I think, and
Some of it,
I
some of
think
it.
this is what we touched on in the previous time when you were on this podcast. I think this
Mm.
is why we, or that's why humans are as conspiratorial.
Conspiratorial,
Yes, thank you. That's the word.
conspiratorial. Yep.
Yes, yes. Because we try to seek for patterns. Because I
Mm.
read about this like this great report about how why do so many people believe in this conspiracy? And I'm not talking aliens being conspiracy. I'm talking about like 9/11 being inside job or like fucking
Flat
whatever you
Earth.
It
want.
was.
You know, Adam, no,
It
no, no.
was. I
Let's
know we're
not
not starting
open.
on it.
Let's not
I'm
open
leaving
that
it.
kind of worms.
I
And
love that
basic,
South Park episode where the Bush administration wants the world to think that it was an inside job so that it makes them seem more powerful. But they're like, but then who really did 9/11? It was like, oh, Islamic extremists. We just want you to think that we're capable of
Yep.
doing this.
But like so, and then, like the point I was gonna bring up is we every time something massive like that happens, like we walk on the moon, 9/11 happened, something
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
something
yeah.
like something we could have never imagined that actually happens. It just we are trying to make any
Well,
sense out of that, and we try to
yeah.
connect dots that sometimes life is random and many random facts kind of align and they don't mean anything more than many random facts did align. So that's all
We
I'm
can
saying.
also be we can also be quite contrarian
Yes.
as
Yes.
individualists, not
Hmm.
necessarily as a collective. So when you have those echo chambers of the internet and it's just a bunch of individuals on their phone sitting taking a shit and they're just thinking random thoughts, that's the stuff that comes out. And so that kind of spreads and people start believing blah
Hmm.
blah blah. And you
Hmm.
know, yeah, I'm sure I'm very guilty of that type of stuff, obviously. So
I think we all
yeah.
are. Like we all try
Yeah,
to pretend
yeah.
like our truth is the truth. But
Yes, yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
we all are
It's
biased to one degree.
2026, isn't it?
Yes.
There is no truth anymore, though. That's the thing. There is no one believes anything.
Well, there
And
is a
that's
Truth Social where Donald tells you how it is. That's why it's called Truth, Adam. Okay,
in
that's why
in
it
in all
literally has.
caps.
Yeah, that's
All
why it's.
caps.
This is how you can trust that platform because it has truth in its title.
Yeah. He has to double
Emphatic.
push a button to get those all caps, so he's putting in extra work.
Yeah.
So, or at least the staffer that he's yelling his tweets
Yeah.
at the tweet at.
Read this, all
Um,
caps.
I have an important question though.
Okay.
Mm.
Are Sasquatch like Earth-based cryptids or they're intimate interdimensional beings? Because that's the cool thing that's been going around
That's the
that
latest
circle.
thought.
Or
That's the
is it
latest thought. They're not aliens. They're not from within our galaxy. They're actually interdimensional beings that just kind of pop in and out.
or is it the
They've
missing
discovered
link?
that.
Or is it a missing link?
I know Lycum had a whole
No.
entire documentary about that. Didn't you watch that?
Is that Sasquatch Sunset? I don't know.
I was making a reference to Missing Link, the Leica stop motion
Yep.
animated movie that I
Oh, yeah, yeah,
jokingly
yeah,
called
yeah.
a documentary. Um, but no,
Right.
Jess and I watch every single small town monsters documentary that comes out because I get
Oh,
screener links for them.
Nice.
So,
never heard of that.
Sasquatch and Mothman and all of it.
Oh.
Being from New Jersey, is the Jersey Devil actually a creature out in the Pine Barrens, or was it indeed a political smear campaign like it probably apparently was started as, to be like,
Oh,
this
wow.
family's evil. They have a child from the devil. Um,
Hmm.
and they
Wow.
dump them in the Pine Barrens.
I remember you told me
Um,
about that. Yeah. I remember you told me about the
I
Jersey
didn't know that
Devil.
was this. I've heard of the Jersey Devil. I didn't know that was the official story, like that, a smear
that's
campaign. That's
apparently
pretty interesting.
where it came from, but like would
Hmm.
I walk out in the Pine Barrens at night to and feel like
Yes.
I'm not gonna run into a giant monster?
Shane, if I'm ever
I'm a
visiting, we are going out at night to those fucking woods. If I were visiting, camera, flashlight, let's go.
no effing way.
Go live on
You will
YouTube.
Yes.
Wasteland in the Wasteland.
Jess always jokes that I'm gonna have Wasteland After Dark episodes and stuff.
Oh.
She should be head
Where
of
it's
marketing for your channel. I'm just saying.
I'm still trying to get her to do those silly short reviews on my channel where she just
That's
basically says what her letterboxed clips are.
I love her
So,
letterbox clips. Like sometimes it's just like most of the time it's like one or two sentences and it's like some sort of joke, and I'm always like, oh, this is funny. Like
I
so
have to follow Jess. I don't follow Jess on Letterboxd, and he said TikTok. I
mm.
don't know why I did that.
No, but aliens, yeah.
aliens are real.
They
And
are.
I'm the type
And
of
they're
person
starring in Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, apparently.
I thought it would be
I
Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Date.
as I
Yeah,
sit
bring that
here,
on.
as I sit here, I'm the type of person, I believe in aliens, I believe in cryptids, I believe in ghosts and demons and shit like that. I
Mm-hmm.
just don't F's with them.
Mm-hmm.
Those are things I don't need to deal with in my day-to-day life, and I'm not going to go out of my way to mess around with them. Case in point, Luke, I am not walking out in the middle of the night into the woods because I don't need to be proven right.
Mm-hmm.
In my heart of hearts, I am right, and the Jersey Devil can go live out in the Pine Barrens, living his best life, their life. I don't know what the Jersey Devil's pronouns are. I don't want to know what they are. I don't want to interact with it. So
Exactly.
there we go.
What about you,
Yeah.
Shane? What is your pop culture news?
I would just like to point out that I'm glad that the box office is looking pretty healthy right now
Mm-hmm.
because I know some people don't care to look at box office stuff. I feel like at the end of the day, if movies aren't making money, they're gonna stop making movies. So I'm always looking to like, are things making money? And Devil Wears Prada made 70% of the previous movie's box office run in one
Yeah.
weekend. So I'm
Biggest
like,
opening for Meryl Streep in her entire career. Sorry to interrupt, but
That
that's insane to think about that.
is
my
crazy.
mother-in-law saw it before me.
See? My
Like
mom saw it
that's
before
a
me. Yes.
yeah. So like that's the kind of
Yep.
like it's getting buzz. And I went on a Thursday afternoon and a Thursday morning, and there was like a couple dozen people there, and I was the only man
Hmm.
um in the whole entire theater.
I watched it just sorry, just to interrupt very quickly. I
Mm,
watched it only like a week later, so I only just watched this movie this Thursday, so 3 days ago from re-recording, so the second week.
me too.
And the
So
theater, usually it's like half empty. This one was like I would say like a good 60-70% like full. And I'm like, damn, second week? This doesn't happen this often anymore where I live. So,
well,
you know.
I think it Devil Wears Prada might potentially even get less than a 50% drop
Hmm.
from last weekend, which is
Hmm.
pretty legit
That
for
is.
a major studio.
Mm-hmm.
And Michael racking
Yee.
up money.
Yeah.
Um, as of Friday, it has hit $500 million worldwide.
Wow.
So it's a biopic, and it cost $200 million, but it's making bank.
Yep.
I think Mortal Kombat 2 made
Mm.
almost more money on Friday domestically than the whole opening weekend of the first one. Which, to be fair,
Really?
that was the day
And
and
that,
date HBO Max release thing.
yes.
But like it's looking pretty decent.
Hmm.
Project Hail
Just yeah.
Mary is
S-
up to $643 million worldwide.
Still
It's been
making money.
racking
Yep.
up, still making money. Super
Lloyd
Mario
and them, right?
Galaxy movie is definitely not going to make as much as the last one, but it's up to $922 million on $100 million budget.
I think it's gonna basically the projections are it's
Wow.
gonna just cross the billion. Like it will get there, but it's not gonna get any more than that. Like yeah, so it's gonna
Yeah.
make slightly less than the previous one, but it should cross one over 1 billion. Yeah.
So like basically how things are going right now is there's still movies that are coming in
Yep.
dead on
Mm.
arrival.
Yep.
Like Deep Water,
Hmm.
Animal Farm,
Hmm.
stuff like that. I'm kind of glad Animal Farm did because what an abomination of a adaptation of George Orwell's book that was.
Oh,
But
really?
you know, we're still getting movies that are making good money.
Hmm.
And this summer there's going to be some interesting ones like is Masters of the Universe going to make money? It's an interesting question.
Yeah.
We are going to be getting Scary Movie. Is Scary Movie going to make a bunch of money? I have a sinking feeling it's going to
I
blow up at the box office,
Yeah,
honestly.
me too. Me too. It's gonna hit at
Um,
the right time.
I've been gauging audience reactions to that trailer from the opening joke of like, my pronouns are they, them, they stabbed them. And if people laugh at that, I'm like, okay. To be honest, I live in New Jersey and I have not heard a whole lot of laughs
Hmm.
to that trailer, to be honest.
Okay.
The but it is a scary movie, and I can't imagine the budget's huge on that.
No.
So I we'll see how that makes. And we have a Toy Story movie coming out. We have the Odyssey coming out.
Yeah.
We'll see how Supergirl does. Because I guess technically Superman didn't make as much money as the internet wanted it to, and this one's fronted by a woman,
I
so
was
it's
gonna
going to make
say
even less money.
this one, is they've gone woke,
But
Shane. Have you heard? They've gone woke.
yeah,
Now it's a
that
Supergirl all of a sudden. Why? Like,
It's
yeah,
not like
yeah, I've heard that.
Supergirl hasn't been a character for like
Yeah.
no, they only
50
appeared now.
years.
It's
Hmm.
last year we learned Superman was an alien. That only happened in 2025, and now 2026 we are getting Supergirl. What is next?
It kind of fits into my earlier rant because a lot of people were complaining about Millie Alcock in that too, saying
Mhm.
she wasn't attractive enough. I'm like, what are you people talking about? She's gorgeous.
She is,
Like,
and she was funny in that
yeah,
movie. In those
yeah, she
couple
was
of
great.
scenes, that
Absolutely.
like a drunk, drunk kind of like a. Is she his cousin?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's key, yeah, his
yeah, the
cousin.
drunk cousin
And she's got the
energy.
dog.
Yeah, yeah,
And the
her
dog's in the
dog.
movie. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
in.
yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Somebody hurts the dog in the movie, and immediately I'm like, now I'm invested in
Regret.
this movie. I'm gonna
Yeah.
jump into this movie and go beat the shit out of whoever hurt that
They're
poor
gonna
dog.
hmm
This John Wick plot line. Do it.
yep. No, like
I'm
to your
pretty sure it
point,
is basically with
Yeah.
Supergirl.
but with
Yeah,
superpowers.
yeah.
No, but to your point, Shane, about the box office, I'm glad that if movies are making money. But what scares
Yeah,
me
it's a great
is,
sign.
what kind of movies? Because they're all sequels. Pretty much, besides Project Hail Mary, which is based on a book, so that's
Yeah.
fine. But they're all sequels. So studios, what will they know? What will they? What's the lesson they will learn? People really like sequels. Let's give
Well,
them
Mm.
Michael's
more.
not a sequel, but now it's getting one.
I was gonna say, but also it's not like Michael is based on he like born the king of pop. Like I could tell you, like I could have predicted this will make shit ton of money because I did.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
predict it's gonna bomb so heavily with critics, which made me laugh because I got an ad on YouTube because I don't have YouTube Premium. And when it was like a second or third week, still in the cinemas, Michael was like, go see the movie audiences rave about. And I'm like, oh, I
Yeah,
wonder
yeah,
why they
yeah.
don't mention the
They're
Yeah.
throwing
critics.
the popcorn meter out
Yeah.
now on things from Rotten Tomatoes,
Because,
and
yeah,
Good. Make that a normal thing too.
usually
Normalize fucking off Rotten Tomatoes.
because usually it's like critics rave about this movie, critics rave about, and then like Michael,
Yeah, yeah,
audiences rave about Michael. Go see
yeah.
Michael, and I'm like, I wonder why they don't mention critics. Oh, that's
I
why.
heard it's got the I heard it's got the Bohemian Rhapsody treatment though. Yeah, I was a huge Michael Jackson fan and I have not cared to go see this at all.
I still haven't seen
it,
it, but
it's
apparently
No.
it's
so
fine.
Bohemian Rhapsody that Mike Myers cameos as a music executive in it.
Off.
Does he really?
So wait, is he
And
building?
Bohemian Rhapsody was Best Picture nominated,
Yeah,
Best Actor winner, like,
yeah, yeah,
and this movie's
yeah.
going to get none of that?
Um,
Definitely not. Definitely not. After all the backlash about Bohemian
Hmm.
Rhapsody, like Bohemian Rhapsody won Best Editing,
yes,
That's an
and they
atrocious
literally
movie.
showed an atrociously edited scene as
Yeah,
the
yeah,
clip.
yeah.
Um, like Anton Fuqua shoots this movie like a music video,
hmm
which is
Ah, that,
really, really
yeah.
cool
It
when
looked good. It
there's
would look
music,
good.
which
Mm,
it does. And that's the thing. I
mm,
saw it in IMAX. It looked really cool. The music sequences are great. It's just, you know, it's not a very deep exploration of who Michael Jackson is, and they basically make
mm.
him a saintly figure. And
Yeah.
that's all going to get ripped out from under it when, the next one comes out. And then they have to start dealing with, the allegations and stuff like that.
Mm,
I
Unless they play it off that it's a witch hunt completely. And I'm like, we'll have to see because it is made by his brothers.
yes,
yes.
So,
Have you
and
seen what Janet Jackson
Bohemian
has said about it?
no,
Janet Jackson didn't want to have anything to do with it.
No, she
oh,
won't watch it.
see, like,
And
oh, sorry,
Janet Jackson doesn't exist in it.
Mm,
So like there's just no Janet Jackson,
mm.
which to be fair, that happens more in biopics than I think people get acknowledge because like
Yeah, yeah,
the Iron Claw about the Von Erich
yep,
wrestling family, they consolidated
yeah.
kids because they're like,
Mm,
we can't have they're like they literally combined two of the brothers who both died,
hmm
mind you,
yeah.
because they're like, God, if we killed a fifth brother in this movie, I think that would have been too much. And I'm like,
I'm sure.
That
Probably.
family.
I'm sure
What
the
the,
director actually said people. I don't think people would actually believe this happened. Like if we
mm,
actually portray what actually in reality happened to this one family, how much they've
mm.
And it
suffered through.
actually did,
Yeah,
because I'm a
like
pro
people.
wrestling fan and I knew the story
Yeah,
all going in. I'm like, this is
yeah.
wild.
I think I heard
Mm,
I
it is
the
warned
wild.
people. I'm like, this is
yeah,
going to be a depressing ass movie.
yes.
Just be warned.
But to your point, Shane, about Bohemian Rhapsody of it all, I like I still haven't seen Michael. I'm not opposed to it because like look, I separate the art for the artist. He was undisputable king of pop. Like he was phenomenal performer.
Mhm.
As he had issues with kids, 100%.
Nah.
By his own admission, he's on tape saying some really interesting things about how he spends his free time. That's his real world. This is not taken out of any context. Whether he did anything extra, I don't know, wasn't there. But like he said several interesting things in interviews. Like that's him. That's not twisting his words. Anyway, besides that, but movie being produced by his family, that's the same like Bohemian Rhapsody. Like, do you remember the time before when it was in development, Sacha Baron Cohen was supposed to play Eddie
Yeah.
Mercury? And do you remember
Yeah,
the
yeah.
why he backed out?
Because
I know one
they
of the
weren't telling the
things was
truth.
because the, they wanted to sanitize it
Yes,
and
Yeah.
he
not make
said
Yeah.
it like,
the original script of Bohemian Rhapsody was much darker and was dealing with all his demons because Freddie Mercury was also just a human, same as Michael Jackson. We all have our demons. And the original script he signed on by Sacha Baron Cohen apparently was dealing with that darkness and like was trying to be nuanced about that and he was like, oh, this would be interesting. And then when they tried like then we're, oh no, the band members are involved and we don't want this, and then this person is involved, we don't want this, and then it kind of gotten sanitized. So it's like, you know what, I'm out. You do this movie, but you know.
shitty part too is because it was produced by Brian May and
Mhm.
uh, Roger Taylor, and
Yes.
it's like
Yeah.
everything was Freddie's fault in the
Didn't they
movie.
come out smelling nice like roses?
Yeah.
Yeah, every
That's why I
issue of
hate it.
Queen was Freddie's fault in the movie. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I
Yeah.
wonder why.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's
It's
the thing, like
absolutely
So,
pathetic movie.
that's why like you cannot take historical facts from any historical movie or
no.
biopic. Like I remember, like think about what you want about Oliver Stone, but makes decent biopics, right? He
Mhm.
wanted to make biopic about Martin Luther King, but
Mhm.
it got stopped. And a reason for that, he wanted to also like devolve into. He had extramarital affairs. He cheated on his wife on somewhat regular basis. But people were like, no,
Mhm.
no, no. He's a saint. We cannot touch this. We
Yeah.
cannot show
Yeah.
this. And I'm like, but people can be both. That doesn't negate anything he's done. That doesn't negate anything he said. But you can actually, make him seem more like a human, not like a saint. And that kind of sanitizing of actual historical events, and how people used to be, you know, even if it's for a better cause, I think this is a very slippery slope. It's a very slippery
Absolutely.
slope. Like, whether it's,
History's written
yeah,
history's written by the winners. So if he's,
correct.
they cover up the bits that they don't want out there.
Yeah. And I just hope the Michael
Mm.
Jackson sequel will be just called Jackson.
that's what I said. When I left the theater, I'm like, if they don't just
Bubbles.
call the next one Jackson, I'm gonna be so mad. Um,
They
it's
look
gonna be
good sitting
Mike.
on the shelf next to each other.
It's gonna be Michael Two, Jackson
Electric
Furious.
Boogaloo.
Jackson
But yes,
Files.
I'm happy to see that that box office
Hmm.
is doing pretty decent
Yes.
at this moment. And my message out to people is go take chances on movies.
Correct.
This is kind of
Mm.
going back to Adam's rant a bit. People aren't taking chances on movies. They're making really
No.
hard. And here's the thing, I get it.
Hmm.
It's really expensive to go to the movies at
Yep.
this point.
Mm.
As and to be fair, I pay for my A list because I do have AMC's around me and I could go as much as I want. Well, I could go 4 times a week. Um, which I don't really use anymore because I'm in a lucky situation where I get a lot of screeners at this point. So
Hmm.
it's easy for me to see everything.
Yeah.
But, go on discount days and take advantage of these memberships and, support movies.
Hmm.
Because if you're just waiting for them to wind up on streaming, then they're just going to be streaming movies going forward.
Mm.
Because that's the lesson that
Hmm.
these studios are going to
Hmm.
learn.
Hmm.
And then we don't have movie theaters, and that makes me sad.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
How about
So
you, Luke?
mine is very quick. It's kind of sad because I just want to honor this guy who just passed away. So Koji Suzuki passed away, and if the name doesn't ring any bells, he's the guy who's written the original novel Ring, based, you might have heard of
Ah.
the movies, or the Dark Water, and many other books that were adapted to movies. And he basically kickstarted this kind of like a Japanese horror, like almost a renaissance. And he died age 68. So I just wanted to pour one out for this Japanese master of horror because like the original, I don't know if you guys actually seen the original Ringu. Yeah, Shane
I
is coding.
have.
I have
Yeah, I
indeed.
Yeah,
have. Yeah.
that original is such a great fucking movie. Like,
Mm.
I don't know who I mentioned this to, but I loved how it somehow there are scenes where American movie would just have an obvious jump scare in this specific part, and this
Mm.
horror like is just basically edging you and is refusing to be a horror until the last like half an hour. Like the
Yeah.
atmosphere this movie, the original Ring or Ringu from '98, I believe, it
Yep.
manages to build up. It's insane. Like you are on the edge of your seat, even though because of like Scary Movie 3 and the original Ring or the Ring from 2002, you know this twists, you know the twists and turns. So you like it's not
Yeah.
as mysterious. But it's a detective story. It's a great investigation story. It's like it's such a great movie. And what I found intriguing about this is how it refuses some scenes that straight up refuses to be a horror movie until the last half an hour, and then everything pays off very beautifully. So I just wanted to, Koji
Mm.
Suzuki just passed away. I just wanted to honor this legend of Japanese horror, and he effectively kickstarted Japanese horror. If you enjoy Grudge, Ring, and all these franchises, he has a big part of why they are popular now.
Mm.
And I know Ringu is streaming on AMC Plus, aka Shutter.
Yes.
Here at least. And I did watch that sometime last year, I think it was.
Hmm.
And it's like you could have a scene where she's like you see her walking towards the screen of that TV
Yep.
and you know what's coming. You're
Yep.
not ready for
Mm.
what's coming.
Nope.
And it's terrifying. And you know, there's there's a lot of like really unnerving Asian horror out there because
Yeah.
Asian horror goes hard.
Yeah.
And Ringo's definitely one of them. I have not watched the original Grudge yet, but it's on my short list watch list, so I'll be watching it.
Ju-on.
Yep.
Ju-on's great. I have a box set of both of those actually.
And also,
So
to
get into.
just a shout out because now he became big in Hollywood, but Hiroyuki Sanada is in the
Yep.
original Ring, and holy
Mm.
shit, I'm like, what a hot like he is obviously like younger because he's 98. He could get all the pussy probably in his day and age, like because damn, that was one like he still is, but like that was one attractive dude. I was like, damn, he was like De Niro of like like of Japan or like of his era because like if you tell me this guy could get all the girls during that era, yeah, I would be like, makes sense. That
Mm.
tracks
Well, now he's cool as hell too, because
exactly.
between him being Scorpion
Hmm.
and also Shogun,
Yes.
so he's
Mm.
having a moment.
Oh, he does. He is. I'm so happy for him, and I was so surprised to see him there. I was like, oh, young, is that him? I was like, I had to check. I was like, oh, that's him. Damn, very attractive man. I was like,
Yeah, because
holy
I
shit,
feel
this
like
is.
the first time I saw him in anything was the Wolverine.
I think so. In America,
Yeah.
I think
He's
was
been in
he?
so many things though. He's been in
Yeah.
See,
Rush
I
Hour, probably Rush Hour. He was in Rush Hour 3.
so he was in
Would have been the first time
Lost,
I saw him.
in the original Lost. He was in the
Yes.
Sunshine. I remember. Oh yes.
And
See,
it
I
was
was
definitely Lost that I saw him in first.
I was gonna say, like, I don't want to be racist, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure he was in Last Samurai. No, he was in Last Samurai. I think that would be the first when I saw him, but I don't know how big of a role he's got in that movie. But he is as a
I think it's pretty
cast,
big.
so he is not one of the first people. So I think he's probably supporting. But no, he was in it. Like he had like that's a kind of career that he's been working the entire life, but only now he's broke through and it's like, oh, overnight success. Here we go.
When he
Yeah, yeah.
popped up as Shimatsu in John Wick Chapter 4, I'm like,
Yeah.
this is so freaking cool. And then he fought Donnie Yen. I'm like, this is so freaking cool.
I cannot wait for the Donnie Yen like John Wick movie.
Yeah.
And it's filming.
Yeah.
Yes, it's being filmed
It's
right now. Yes, I
it's
Mm.
filming.
finally, somebody gave camera because he is directing it, right?
Yeah, Donnie Yen. Well, Donnie Yen has directed films before,
Mm,
so I've seen one of his films that he directed,
nice.
and I'm excited to see that Kane spinoff for sure.
Oh, me too. I cannot wait.
It's coming.
Hmm.
But well, Adam mentioned having some movie collections. This sounds like a perfect
Mm.
time to segue into our main topic, right, Luke?
Smooth transition chain. Yes, let's
Yes.
go. So now we're talking about like actual. So where do we want to start, guys?
I kind of want to know, I don't know if it's for me to say, but I kind of brought
Yeah.
up the topic just to find out how you guys, how selective you are when you
Hmm.
do buy. What are your buying strategies and things
Hmm.
like that? Because oddly enough, after we planned this, the Big Picture come out with a podcast with the Physical Media Council. I'm not sure if you know that. They have a podcast. It's just three or four of them get together and they talk about physical media. So Sean, Tracy Letts is the king of physical media. It's not me, by the
Yep.
way, because he's got a mad setup.
Hmm.
He's married
Him
to Carrie
casually
Coon.
coming onto the Criterion Closet and being like, I own all
Yeah.
these already. And I'm
Yes,
like,
he does.
you son of a bitch.
He does. He owns everything. He must have spent every cent he has on physical media. Anyway, it's a great episode. You absolutely should check it out. And they were kind of talking about this as well after I already brought it up. But basically, yeah, how do you strategize? What do you buy? Obviously, Tracy Letts says I buy everything. I don't have any
Hmm.
strategy. But
Hmm.
yeah, what do you look for? Do you wait for sales? I don't know. Like there's a lot of, I mean, for me, I have a lot of different factors in how
Hmm.
I choose to buy or what I buy. So I just
Okay.
wanted to hear how
Um,
you guys go about it.
Shane, why don't you start?
I there's two avenues here because it's like first I could talk about what winds up on my actual wish list,
Hmm.
which
Hmm.
right now is let me double check. I have a Google Sheets.
Of
There's
course.
like how many movies on here? I got
Don't
like a
let Jess know.
good I got like a good 1,000 physical
On the wish
media
list. Wow,
releases on my wish list.
Hmm.
that's
And
impressive.
so like and I have three tabs in my wish list dedicated to movies. There's a grades one
Hmm.
because there's definitely some stuff that I want to get upgraded because some of my
Hmm.
DVDs just don't play well
Yeah.
on 4K at this point.
Hmm.
The aspect ratios are off, and like one, especially my Gangs in New York one,
Hmm.
just
Oh, good luck
it it
upgrading
it,
that.
it pops up like this on like the screen, and I have to mess with it and stuff like that. But
Mm.
I also have new films, which I started that tab in 2020.
Okay.
So
Mm.
basically, things that have come out that I like enough that I would rewatch it. I put it on there,
Hmm.
and there's about like 300 movies from 20 since 2020 that are still on there. And then I have about 600 other movies
Hmm.
that I've watched in the past, probably like 8 years that I would want to buy. And I slowly move them to the top if I've watched them a couple of times since then. I'm like, I should probably just buy this at this point since I've watched this twice. Um,
Mhm.
but when do I actually pull the trigger
Hmm.
Yeah.
is a good question. And to be honest, I have slowed a lot in
Hmm.
the past two
Mm.
years. I haven't bought that much, to be perfectly honest. And I want to get rid of some debt first. And
Yeah.
especially I haven't bought anything since my pay got cut.
Hmm.
Back in December. I'm
Yeah.
just like
Mm.
we're on a no buy list. But
Hmm.
if I have a situation where I have a couple $100 that I can spare, I go hard on Criterion
Hmm.
50% off sales and stuff
Yep.
like that. The
Mm.
last time I spent a decent amount of money on physical media was when Angel's Egg came
Mm.
out from Umbrella. And
Mm.
I'm like, I'm not paying shipping. I'm gonna spend $140 US dollars to get free shipping here. So I and that on that Angel Egg 4K, that special edition
Mm.
that I got is the most expensive movie that I've ever bought. It was
Oh,
$60.
wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Um, but I when do I choose to pull the trigger? When I didn't have as much debt and I was focusing on like buying physical media, it was like if there's sales,
Hmm.
I have a rule basically for myself that I only break sometimes, and it's if it's more than $10, I'm not buying
Hmm.
it at the moment.
Yeah.
So like I'll wait for Black
Okay.
Friday sales. I had to get
Mm.
I raised that up to 15 for 4Ks because 4Ks aren't dropping
Yeah.
that quick in prices.
No.
There are some movies that I will buy immediately. Like I bought Nosferatu 4K
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
when it came out.
Hmm.
I remember buying my Blade Runner 4K Steelbook the day that came out.
Mm.
I did the same thing for Furiosa. So like there's like
Yeah.
specific ones that I'll go out and buy
Mm.
immediately when they come out.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of them I wait for sales because I'm cheap. And to be frank, it's not like I don't have a ton of movies to watch at the moment.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I a lot of the times I have a lot more time that I've been scaling back some of my shows, but
Hmm.
the podcasts that I do, but a lot of the times I'm watching things because I have to watch them for something.
Yep.
But it is nice that I've been able to watch like Jess and I have turned our date nights into we each pick a movie we want to watch, and I always pick one of my movies that I haven't watched in a while.
Hmm.
So like
Mm.
this past Friday night, Jess wanted to watch Godzilla minus one since she hadn't watched it yet, which great rewatch.
Yep.
I haven't bought it yet, so watched it on Netflix because it's streaming on there. And then I rewatched The Souvenir, which I got the
Oh,
A24 double pack from their collection.
I still haven't seen
wow.
those. I know of those that are supposed to be
No.
great.
Mm.
And
I've heard that too.
that's the thing. I I'm definitely big on buying Criterion
Hmm.
Arrow releases, and I would love to be able to dump a pretty penny into buying a bunch of those A24 releases that have those really cool
Yeah.
packaging and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So next time I have some spending money, that's probably what it's going to be is buying a bunch of those A24 things.
For
Mm.
me, okay, so first of all, I think we have buried the lead. Do you want to reveal how many movies do you guys own physically right now? What's your current
I
number?
Yeah. Yeah.
own, got my
I've got
spreadsheet
to
open,
I've got to scroll
two-
up to the top of my spreadsheet. Uh,
2,196.
Wow.
I have 2,922 physical discs, so actual movies.
Damn, I feel like okay, my number is very disappointing. I have currently seven.
This
We're
is
not
this is
comparing
I know.
sizes here, Luke.
Yes. Size doesn't
yeah.
matter. It's about equality.
Flop it on the table. Whose is bigger?
I currently 783 movies. And but as I said to Adam, and that part of my rent, those shelves are for my movie collection. I stopped the
Mm.
last couple of months because I literally have run out of space. So those
Yeah.
two extra shelves are going to a different room and they are twice the size, so they should hold twice as many movies. The
Hmm.
math checks out. But
Yeah.
for my strategy, kind of same as Shane. So I think we touched on it when you were I think on one of your shows actually, Adam. So
Mm.
most of the time I
Mm.
shop through Amazon. So I use this website called camel.co.uk or .com, whatever where you live. And
Yeah.
if I want a 4K or a Blu-ray, I just copy and paste the link into that website, gives you the price history for that item, and you can set alarm or alerts for when it drops, any drop, 10%, whatever you want. It's free. You don't even have to create an account. I already have an account because I've linked so many items. So I have still about 80 movies linked there. So every once in a while, I receive
Okay.
an email saying, hey, this Blu-ray is £8 or £4. Like I just got this
Mm.
Marilyn Monroe movie, Let's Make Love, that just dropped to like £8, I think. I was like, perfect. It used to be like 15. So I was like, I saved
Yeah,
money.
yeah,
So
yeah,
like
yeah.
because of that, I saved so much money. And so yeah, I'm just getting emails. I was like, oh yeah, this movie just dropped. Okay, and then you can either decide to buy it
So,
or change the value again if it's not that low for you yet. So it's like,
yeah,
okay, I'll
yeah.
wait. It's fine. And
Hmm.
what I buy now, I've bought most of the movies I know I love. But basically, I am now of the mindset I don't need to own every single thing.
Mm.
I want to
Mm.
own movies I can imagine myself rewatching again. So,
So do you?
yeah.
Sorry, no, no.
No,
I'll let you finish that thought. No, no,
no, that's basically it. So, like, basically, if
no.
I rate something on Letterboxd, let's say only like 3.3 stars out of 5, let's say, right?
Mm.
Unless there is something very intriguing about this movie, and I watched it on a physical media, or I haven't, but I'm considering it. That would be like a maybe. I might buy it. And it depends on how I feel. If I can have my opinion changed about this movie, I will buy it, right?
Yeah.
But if I don't like a movie and it's on my physical media, like, and I watched it on physical media, I would probably just like, sell it, like, so like it goes to somebody who would appreciate it
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Because I am now like, if I have unlimited resources and unlimited storage space, then sure, I
Mm.
would buy everything. I would buy the Criterion Closet. I would buy fucking all the arrows. I would buy all the things. But I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
We live in a real world, so like I think
Mm.
I would much rather have like not curated, but something to my taste, where I'm like either I haven't seen
Yeah.
it and it's a blind buy, and I have heard so many good things about this movie or this movie or this series. Like I have a bunch of like horror boxes. Like I have Chucky box,
Hmm.
like the all the seven movies
Yep.
of Chucky movies. I
The
have like
arrows, the arrow box.
I don't know if
Yeah,
it's
I've got
Arrow
that.
box, but it's pretty cool. It has like a doll of Chucky on it. Like it's pretty cool. I don't know. I don't think it's
Yeah.
Arrow, but from
Don't think
Arrow,
it's arrow. Mm.
but
Mm.
from Arrow, I have the original Ringu series. That's how I watched the first
Yeah, I
one.
have
I have
that
the
too. I have
yeah, and it's a
G1 and
cool.
Ringo. Yeah.
That's a
Mm.
cool. I just
On my
bought
list.
this. Yeah, it's a great. I just bought this like there's a Japanese series, like four movies about this like a female scorpion prisoner or something like that. And I'm like, and they had a
Okay.
sale, and I never heard of it, but apparently
Yeah.
it's like a cult classic, favorite for
Okay.
movies. And I'm like,
I'm
okay,
glad you. I'm glad you said that because you'd never heard of it. And I'm sitting here thinking, because the way I buy is different all the time, and
hmm
I kind of have this floating philosophy of how I buy stuff. But like when they have, like you said, Arrow recently, I see stuff when they have a sale. I'm like, especially with Asian cinema, I seem to pick
yeah,
up a lot of Asian cinema I've never heard of, and
hmm
I do have a quick IMDb search. Oh, it's rated really well. I'll grab it.
yeah,
And I've got so many of those sitting on my shelf I still haven't touched because I need to be in a mood to watch like an Asian film,
hmm hmm
and have the time and space to be able to focus on it, and it's not easy. Um, but yeah, I guess my point is yeah, I change the way I buy all the time. So I will pick up something based on a reputation or something that is released that I maybe haven't seen since I was a kid. I picked up Arrow recently released Excalibur, which I remember vaguely
uh,
watching as a kid. Yeah, John Borman's classic, and I watched it a couple of weeks ago, and it's it's a good bad, like it's kind of bad, but it's still a cool movie to watch. Like it's just a really great cinematic movie to watch.
that was a
Anyway,
movie we covered on a Shane's podcast, and I had a physical
ah,
copy, and I've actually had a physical copy from I think
right,
Arrow. And I rated
yeah,
it like I think I rated it 7 out of 10. Like I did
yeah, it's
enjoy it,
fun. Yeah, oh, yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. It's very enjoyable, but it's wild.
but see, I did sell it after because I was like, I
Ah,
don't think I will ever actually be in a mood to rewatch it. Like yeah, so like
okay.
that's my train of thought. Like if I watch
I
something
uh
and I'm like, I'm glad I watched it.
I
Helen Mirren
think
in that movie was stunning. Like the movie
oh yeah,
was
she was a
wild.
very attractive woman.
No,
You
yeah.
need to watch her in a movie called The Thief, the Cook, His Wife, and Her
Oh yeah,
Lover.
I've seen that.
Have you seen that?
I've
Yeah,
seen that. That's a great movie.
yeah.
And she's
It is a
awesome in
great
that.
movie.
She's
Yeah.
awesome in that. But no, so like
Oh, oh,
that's my strategy, not strategy, philosophy. Like then when I watch something, I'm like, can I
I don't think you
actually imagine myself rewatching it?
You're going to regret that one day because I've done that before where
Mm.
I've given away Blu-rays and I'm like, not given them away or I've gotten rid of them because back when I was collecting, it's like, I'm never going to want to watch this again. But then it comes up and I'm like, oh, I really
Mm.
want to watch that again because I hear someone else talking about it from a
Yeah.
different angle. I'm like, I want to rewatch it to appreciate it from maybe the way they saw it because I didn't see it that way. I've done that
Hmm.
a lot of times. So I have a lot of movies on my shelf that I may never ever see
Hmm.
unless we happen to go. Oh, I might cover it on a podcast one day. Someone might just bring up this movie. Oh, I've got that. Cool. Good excuse to watch it.
Yeah.
Happened just recently on another show I did. Yeah, that's why I have a lot of different philosophies in how I buy. So you seem like you still buy similar to the way you did when I interviewed you a couple of years ago, I suppose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
I'm a creature of habit. What can I say? But like as we talked before the show, like like we talked about this, Adam and I, we talked about this before the show because I asked him a question about this specific movie, and I talked to Shane about
Mm.
this. Mother Mary, like just I love that movie so much. I really actually want to rewatch it as soon as on a beautiful 4K, but it's nowhere to be found because obviously it's a new movie, but it's also A24 movie. So I'm like,
Mm.
what's the strategy? Because I know they only sometimes release just Blu-rays. And I'm like, I really hope they will get this to 4K because if there was a way for me to pre-order, and I don't pre-order, I've never pre-ordered any movie ever. Never.
Really?
Yes,
I do
never.
that. I've got so many pre-ordered. It's crazy.
Yeah. And that one like made such an impression on me. I was like, if there was a button that I could pre-order it someplace, I actually would. Like that, like I really need to rewatch it again. What about
I
you,
will
Shane?
pre-order steelbooks. Oh yeah, sorry, Shane.
Because like
Yeah,
he's been quiet.
I was actually just checking my souvenir collection. Yeah, they're both Blu-rays.
Hmm.
I will certainly be a Mother Mary on that whatever cool A24 release that they wind up doing for that.
Hmm.
Um, I I don't buy movies anymore that I haven't seen.
Hmm.
Mm.
And I do have regret from getting rid of
Yeah.
movies
Yeah.
that I'm like, I'm not gonna watch this again. And I'm like,
Yeah.
shit.
Mm.
Um, and
Yep.
that was definitely me back in college and very post college. But like, especially since like my late 20s, I'm just like, I wish I didn't get rid of some of these. And I've
Yeah.
bought movies again.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Luckily some of them were upgrades. So like I wound up
Mm.
buying a 4K of Van Helsing because
Mm.
I went through a reactionary period where I'm just like that was one of my favorite movies when that came out, and then I'm like that was dumb. Why did I ever like that? And then I watched it. I'm like shit. The CGI in this is actually really good. Like
Mm.
the werewolf at the end. I'm like this looks better than like 90 movies today. But like I got it on 4K and I have a lot of
Mm.
enjoyment with it. Um,
I see why.
I yeah
Mm.
As a fellow
I
man,
try.
I can see why.
There are a lot of things to enjoy in
Yes.
Van Helsing. Let's just put it that way. I don't pre-order because, like I said, I don't buy full price very
Hmm.
often to begin with.
Hmm.
Yep.
But I did. Oh, if there is something that I'm like, I know I'm gonna buy this the first day, I just pre-order on Amazon. Like I pre-ordered Furiosa 4K because I'm like, I'm gonna want this and it's gonna arrive that day and I'm gonna watch it.
Hmm.
And I did because I've watched that movie 3 or 4 times already.
Nice.
So since that came out. And it's a process. And my wish list is absolutely enormous and obnoxious. I'm
Mm.
probably never gonna buy all those movies unless I have a windfall of money. I
Hmm.
win the
Mm.
lottery or something.
Mm.
Um, because like also space, I have four of these racks
Hmm.
Yeah.
and three and a
Nice
half of them
racks
are
too, by the
full.
way.
Yep. Thank you. Um, they're from Amazon. And like I would love like my mom bought me this and I
Yeah,
Hmm.
would
that's
love to get
nice.
the
Yeah.
other three Warner Brothers
Mm.
100th anniversary boxes. Some of them don't fit properly on my shelf and I just dropped something. I have a Irish folklore cartoon saloon physical media collection, which it has Wolfwalkers on it on
Nice.
physical media, which is great
Mm.
because that's an Apple release and didn't really get a normal release. And I have like cool stuff like I have my Neon Year 9 for your consideration awards thing that they sent me, which
Hmm.
Yes.
is
Yeah.
pretty
Pretty
special.
cool.
And I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
year 10.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
as long as they continue to send me that stuff.
Neon bring out some good stuff. They pretty much do all foreign films into the US now, don't they?
They're big on because like I was able to watch Alpha like 6 months in advance.
I'm still jealous.
Yeah.
This had Arco and No Other
So
Choice and The
Oh,
Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Surratt, and a whole bunch of
mm.
other stuff that they
bangers.
have. So like,
Strut just came out here on 4K actually.
yeah.
Ooh.
So like these are all DVDs
Mhm.
because they're not going to spend the money to like
Mm,
send
Yeah.
you really nice discs, but it's cool to
mm.
have it.
Mhm.
Um, but I hope to be able to buy some stuff soon. I, but the thing is, like, I share that Google Sheet with a whole bunch of people who want to, like, for my birthday and for Christmas and stuff like that. I'm really easy to shop for.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
I
Same.
like
Yeah.
movies.
So
Find me
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Um, like my mother-in-law just picks a few things off of there.
Mhm.
Um, people just need to like coordinate with each other so they're not all off from the same place on the list.
Like that's what my
No.
wife did last time I had a birthday because I'm also the same as you. Like I'm easy to shop for. So we went out and we have a I think Adam you have the same store as here HMV where you
No,
can
we don't have
buy
HMV.
you
No.
don't. Ah, okay.
Nah. We have
Interesting.
JB Hi-Fi. That's
Okay,
our
okay.
only one. Yeah.
But and we have and there's they have like a like a same as Amazon. You can get three different 4Ks for £50. So that's a decent
Mm.
deal. So yeah, like for my birthday, I was like, I just want this. That's fine. So we went out. She got me like a lunch, and then afterwards we went for and I just picked three movies I really wanted. I like it was like Alien, the latest one, the Romulus,
Romulus, yeah.
Substance, because that's my favorite movie of 2024. And I think it
Mm.
was like a Wild Robot or something, or Nosferatu, one of them. Because and yeah, I just got those three movies, and I was a happy bunny because like I knew I wanted them on 4K, and yeah, like they now live on my
Oh,
shelves, so they all are 4Ks. Yeah.
do you I just had I don't sorry. A different thing because I just saw something in that I've just recently picked up,
Okay.
and I know this will interest you guys, but I was just because I got it when I was second-handing. Basically, went to like a you have CEX stores in the UK,
Yes.
so I went to one of those stores, and I picked up Irreversible. It was actually really expensive,
Oh,
but I got the Irreversible Blu-ray, so that's on my shelf, sitting up with movies I need to watch soon. Sitting with Requiem for a Dream because I've never seen that either, and I hear these are two very
that's
heavy
a
ass movies.
Mhm.
And I want to watch Irreversible just so I get the jokey and bloody sentimental value because I don't, I just
that's
don't
a
get that
double
joke.
dose. That's a double dose
Yeah,
of I want to kill myself after watching that movie. Yeah, like the
right.
Requiem for a Dream and Irreversible. Yeah, when he
I
pulls
did watch.
the piano teacher in Irreversible.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to know what that joke means because I've heard you guys talking about it, especially, but
That was a
I've heard other
I've seen them
people.
peak.
both.
That was me too.
Yeah,
That was a peak joke. Not only he's getting this Gen Alpha kit that DVDs, he probably doesn't even have DVD player, but
yeah.
piano teacher and Irreversible of the, and he even says like this piano teacher will show you like how you deal with your motherly instincts or something like that with your like relationship with your mother. I'm like holy fuck. That's
Wild,
that is
I don't know
if
what.
you've
unhinged.
seen Piano Teacher, yeah, it's awesome movie,
No, not
but like
seen it. Mm.
oh,
Is it like an
uncomfortable.
Oedipus complex type of thing or something? Or-
It's uncomfortable movie about a teacher who's exploring her BDSM urges.
Ah, okay.
It's a very complex movie.
Right. Okay. Put that on
Isabelle
the.
Huppert is in that, right?
Ah, okay.
Yes, what a
Yeah.
Yeah.
performance! What like she was robbed for at least a nomination. I'll say like
Right.
damn, like you'll watch that movie, you'll finish, and you're like, oh, she must have been at least nominated. No, she wasn't nominated. It's like how? No, but
Do you guys
anyway,
buy
I
TV on physical?
Walter?
Like TV show? Do you guys buy
Oh, TV
TV shows on
shows.
physical?
I haven't in years. I wound up so I used to I used to have three other kind of like wings
Hmm.
of my physical media collection. I
Mm.
used to own some
Mm.
television.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't own a ton, but I owned Alias and Lost, Parks and Rec,
Nice,
Cowboy Bebop.
nice.
Like that was like some of the stuff that I owned. I
Hmm.
also had a humongous WWE collection.
Mm.
Hmm.
So like I had I had the first 25 to 30 WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and Royal Rumbles on physical media, and a whole bunch of pay-per-views and documentaries and stuff like that. When we got thrown out of my grandparents' house, I got rid of like 90% of my books, and I also got rid of all my wrestling
Hmm.
physical media. And then I used to own a lot of concerts, and that's one of the biggest
Hmm.
regrets that I had was getting rid of my concerts
Yeah.
because I wish I still had a bunch of those on physical media. So like I have The Last Waltz on Criterion still, but like I used to have a
Yeah.
whole bunch of them.
Yeah. So behind the scenes, Adam has just shared the screen with us, and he's got his spreadsheet thingy joined
Yeah.
like for TV and stand up and music and TV 11 10,011 episodes of TV.
I've
Holy
got, yeah,
shit.
this one on the show. I've got 10,011 episodes of TV. I have so much TV. I actually brought It Welcome to Derry today on a
Oh,
steelbook of that.
nice.
Um, and I also brought Music Stop Making Sense because I've never seen that, and I'm sick of
Hmm.
people raving about
Nice.
that as well. Yeah.
I got to see that in IMAX in theaters, and that was
Yeah.
so damn cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
We've
don't.
also got,
Oh, sorry.
sorry, no, no. I was going to say we've also got our big annual sale happening here in like the next 2 weeks in at JB Hi-Fi where it's called Bog Off, where you buy one get one free of Blu-ray or 4K,
Yeah.
and that includes their box sets that are worth hundreds of dollars. So you buy a box. So I've actually got this list I've been creating about what I want to buy, and it's mostly all the Umbrella or imprint box sets. So if you price match, you get like a $200 box set for $100 effectively. So yeah, half price
Wow.
basically. So you just got to match your purchases. So I'm just kind of have created a list for that. So this is how I strategize. I do have a list of stuff that I also want to buy as well, or stuff that I've got coming on the way that I've already ordered, and it's all very hit and miss. But I keep notes loosely, I suppose,
Hmm.
and try to remember this stuff. I think I
Yeah.
remember this stuff really well. It's the stuff I have to do for the where I work and actually get paid to remember stuff that I don't remember because I don't care about that. This is the stuff I remember. It's so counterproductive.
Yeah.
It's weird. But anyway, I'll stop sharing that and get us back on the
No, all
track.
good.
But
Like that is
yeah.
interesting. Like for me, TV, funny enough, I haven't bought any TV box sets for myself yet. However, I have bought some for my wife because she loves, if it's British and there is a crime being solved
Mm.
by a person, she loves it and she's probably
Oh,
already
okay.
watched it. So
Right.
there's a series called Father Brown, and it's
Hmm.
My
about,
mom loves that show.
see, it's about a priest. Is he? I think it's a
Yeah.
priest. Yeah. Yeah, who just goes around
He's cool.
in this wee village solving
Yeah, it's
crimes.
Mr. Weasley
Yeah, yeah. Oh
from
yeah, it's
Harry
Mr.
Oh,
Potter.
okay.
Yes, yes, that's
Right.
him. Yeah, that's true. Because I don't actually watch it, but I know
I've
she's a
watched the first season of it.
nice. She's watched all of them, but like streaming. But she really loves it, so I actually bought her some seasons on Blu-ray. So that's
Ah.
the only TV show I have on Blu-rays. But that's the other thing. I am a bit picky about DVDs. I don't want to buy DVDs.
No, I'm not a DVD.
And many shows unfortunately only have DVDs. So for example,
Hmm.
or like there is a, like for example, we want to because we love this show and we love the movies. The Downton Abbey. I'm waiting
Mm.
for a box set to be released. They finally finished. We have three movies
Mm.
now. There is a box set
Yep.
with the first two
There
movies.
is. It's coming, I think.
And I know, and so yeah, I'm guaranteed. Like I don't know much about physical media, but I guarantee you, there's gonna be a box set with all three movies, and I want to buy that. So we have because that's the first, I believe, show she got me into it when we started to date my wife when she was just a girlfriend, and that was the first show because she's already watched it. I never seen it, but I've heard good things, so I was like, yeah, let's watch it, and I loved it, and I love the movies, and they hold special place in my heart. So
Oh,
I
okay.
the moment the box set with all the six seasons and the three movies comes out, I think I'll definitely check it out and probably put it on like like a price watch and see how
Yeah. I'm just
how cheap.
looking at the physical media here in Australia, and yeah, I thought there might have been something coming
Mhm.
that had them all, but there is a three film collection, but I think it's only DVD as well.
Yes, like currently like here there's a box set that's quite cheap that has all the six seasons and the first two movies. But I was like, you know
Mm,
what?
okay.
We love the third one as well. We wait. and we want it all because now they are all and done. I don't think they will go into like making a fourth one. So I think that's all and done. And yeah, but like TV shows, I think at some point I would love to own The Wire, like
Mm.
some of those like rare ones that you cannot just stream all the time. I would probably want. I'm the kind of person who loves Lost and didn't mind
Oh,
the
yeah.
ending. So like
I have the lost. No, me either.
yeah, so I would love to probably again if it's on Blu-ray. Like I understand they will not probably be on 4K, but if it's at least Blu-ray, yeah, I would buy it. Like
I have a
Fitting
lost Blu-ray
ending
set.
if
You'd be
you're
able to get
paying
that in the UK.
attention.
Um, I got the lost Blu-ray set. You'd be able to pick that up at Rarewaves or something, mate. That's a
Mhm.
UK store.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be very expensive now.
But currently, currently I'm focusing mostly on movies. Mostly
Yeah.
all like just on movies. Yeah, like because I also
Mm.
that's the other thing. Like I finally have kind of caught up with my TV shows. So like I'm now only 4 episodes away from being caught up with Invincible. So like I'm
Ah, right.
almost there. And now I'm at the point where my brain cannot handle being in the middle of like 20 different shows. I don't know how Mike does it.
Uh,
All props to him. Like I just cannot do
yeah.
that. So like I now have a rule where some of the shows must end. Like so, The Boys is gonna finish. So I'm caught up with The Boys, and that's when it's gonna
Right.
finish. It's gonna free up one space so I can start a new show.
So, do you
Yeah.
not watch shows if they come out week by week? You don't watch shows like that until they've done.
I tried. No, no, no. I tried to, but like the thing
Right.
is, not to throw my wife under a bus, but like Invincible, she roped me into watching that show. We binged it
Hmm.
overnight. Basically, we went to sleep like
Right.
3 a.m., which, if you know my wife, that's very late for her. Like, she never does this.
Right.
And then, like,
Right.
it got too much for her second season, so basically, we got stuck. And they were like, you know what? We are kind of 2 seasons behind. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna come back to this show, so you can just watch it on your own. I'm like, we started this
Ah, really?
together! But
I
okay.
hate
I
that.
uh I have my list of shows that I watch with Jess, which
Mm-hmm.
is
Mm-hmm.
increasing in length. Um, and
Hmm.
then we have our weekly shows that we watch together.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like we watched all of Daredevil and Maul Shadow Lord together,
Mm-hmm.
and Rooster on
Mm-hmm.
HBO,
Hmm.
the new Steve Carell. We watch Shrinking together. So like we have our weekly shows we watch together. I have my own weekly shows that I watch. And then I usually have 1 hour, like 40 minute to hour long show that I'm binging at any given time, and one 20 to 30 something minute show
Mm-hmm.
that I'm binging at any given time. So like I have
Hmm.
one episode left of Wednesday season 2 to finish that.
That's one
Um
that's been on my queue. Like I've watched the first season and the second season dropped, and I'm like, wait until it gets all released because Netflix did a like split where they released four
yeah, I
episodes.
yeah,
Yeah,
stupid.
and I'm
Hate it.
like,
If you
and
got,
it and it was like it wasn't until last month when I caught up on Wednesday. I was like, okay, okay, I need to sit down and actually watch the Wednesday season two. So I actually caught up with it like last month.
I've gotten so much better at dumping a TV show if I'm not enjoying it. I used to actually kind of watch them
hmm
because of completers to see them.
hmm
But there's plenty of shows that I've watched one season and gone, yeah, I can't be bothered with season two, or I'll
hmm
half get through half an episode of something. I've done it with a lot of Apple TV shows actually, and I know this isn't for me, so I'll just turn it off rather than
hmm
watching it.
hmm
Um, I don't want, yeah, so I don't actually, yeah, as you know, I don't watch a lot of TV, but
hmm
strange enough, when we get to the end of the show, that's going to be my recommendation. So,
All right.
There you go.
yeah,
I
yeah,
um I watch it. I've been slowly declining in television watching as my movie
mm,
watching has
yep,
Yeah.
exponentially increased over the past couple of years. There might be some more equilibrium there because like I'm focusing more on watching movies that I want to watch at the
hmm
moment. But I do still watch a decent amount of television. Like I've finished how many seasons so far this year? I have finished 29 seasons of television
Jesus
so
Christ.
far this year.
wow,
And some of those are things that started at the end of last year and finished the beginning of this year.
hmm
But like my pace is less than last year, and it's always interesting doing the episodes with Mike and Alice for Mike's podcast, which shout out to Mike. I'm actually really enjoying his new format where for his TV show podcast, he just does check-ins
Hmm.
on all the things that he's watching instead of just talking about a show.
Yeah,
So I've actually been enjoying that a decent amount, and I'm going to be recording with him in 2 days, and I can't wait to talk to him about it.
nice, nice.
Hmm.
So, because like,
Cool.
um, but getting back to like, I never owned a ton of television,
Hmm.
but there were certain shows that I
Hmm.
absolutely loved, and like I showed people Alias, because I'm like, not enough people have watched the show.
I
Um,
haven't. I still haven't. I know it's on my Disney Plus queue. Here in the UK,
there
it's
you
on
go.
Disney Plus.
Yeah.
So it's on my queue. So I
I
will.
have the
I
DVDs of it. I remember watching episodes of it, but
Mhm,
never a whole season or anything. So yeah,
mhm.
that's something I
I
need to
will
watch too.
I'll tell you fellas a fun story about the time that I almost watched a whole episode of Downton Abbey. Um after we're done recording. Um but I've seen all three movies. I've only partially seen the first episode of the show.
I know you told me about this, that you've never actually watched a episode or a season of Downton Abbey, but you watched all the three movies. And I told you, like
And I
again,
love them.
yeah, exactly. And
So,
I guarantee you, you love them even the movies. You love them even more when you have all the context, because the trilogy of those movies, genuinely, I think it's underappreciated what it does for that universe. Well, universe, for those
yeah.
characters, because, unlike other, hey, this used to be a TV show, now we make it into a movie because it makes money. It actually moves the characters in a sensible way where they would probably move to in, within television anyway. It's just bigger, and it's just like, it feels like a movie, even if the
Mhm.
characters still feel the same. But I genuinely think in, like, 20 years time, this trilogy will be much more appreciated for what they managed to achieve and how they managed to wrap the story nicely.
My priorities of watching older shows right now is going back and watching Reno 911 and Scrubs. Um
Nice.
Ah,
because I've heard nothing but great things and how funny both of them are. So
Hmm. Hmm.
I
Do
do
you have
watch a lot
any?
of old sitcoms.
Hmm.
Sorry.
Adam, since you are a guest, do you have any other,
Hmm.
like, specific questions about physical media you were wondering?
Um, no, I don't think so. No, sorry. I think
No,
I've
no,
covered
no.
everything.
All good.
Yeah.
No, because we were kind of like all over the place. Like, but I liked it. I think it was a good conversation. I thought it
Yeah.
was very interesting.
Hmm. I do
usually we
actually, there
have
was one.
tighter
Oh,
constraints on what we're talking about. So this is this is
Hmm.
fun, a bit
mhm.
Just the
looser, just having
conversation.
some
Yeah.
conversations about stuff.
You said you had
Um,
one.
yeah, one more. Do you guys know roughly how much I know Shane, you said you haven't been buying for a while, but how much you buy roughly per month?
I
Because
used to have a budget. Yes, I know.
okay, yeah, a budget. Okay.
I used to. So when I was building my collection, so there was a stage where I
Hmm.
would buy a lot of things because I had also empty shelf.
Yep,
Back to
yep.
the shelf issue.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
I actually had to self myself a budget because I'm like, I'm spending a bit too much of my money on this stuff. Like, I like it, but I'm spending a bit too much certain months. So most of the time I had like about £100 every month, and that was pretty much my all free money. I was like, yes. So that's why I would always like look for like cheap deals or, like, buy.
Hmm.
I miss
Maximize
those.
your budget.
Yes. And I miss those. They stopped doing them now, or they rarely do them, even on Amazon. They used to have two Blu-rays for 30 quid, or £30. I
Hmm.
don't see them as much because now they all shifted HMV, Amazon, 3 for
Hmm.
50. And I'm like,
Yeah.
bastards. Bastards, but okay. But yeah,
We
so
used to
I
have
had a budget.
two for $40, and then now it's the recent sales two for $50 now. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuckers.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just remembered the last thing that I bought
Oh,
actually was
Hmm.
the Jacques Demy
Ah, very nice.
Criterion collection
nice.
Oh,
of his films
that's very good.
because I'm going to be covering Jacques Demy on
Hmm.
Welcome to the Wasteland, and this was used, and it was like $30
Cool.
at
Wow.
the Princeton Record Exchange,
That is very
which
cool.
is
Yes, that's
the
excellent.
largest record store on the East Coast of the United States, and it's 35 minutes from my house.
Oh,
I have spent too
Sweet.
much money there.
I'd love a store like that near me. I think I've seen that on the internet, actually, mate. I think I've seen that store.
It's very famous.
okay.
Hmm. Yeah. All
What
right.
about you? Do you have
Um,
any budget for yourself, Adam? When you because you're still buying, like
I don't. Oh yeah, I buy. Yeah, yeah, I buy a lot. I
Mhm.
don't get everything. I don't get a. Well, I do get a lot for free, but I don't get a lot for free. There's more I'd like to get. Anyway, no, I don't. I don't set myself a budget because I will have periods where I'll spend very minimal. Like I browse Amazon daily to
Mhm.
see what deals I've got for the day, and if I see because obviously my location, we don't get a lot of releases released here. So when I see a Sharp Factory or a Kino Lorber in between, if it's less than $40, in between the 30 and $40 mark, I kind of pretty much automatically buy it.
Mhm.
Obviously, it's not very often there's a movie that I won't buy. And I actually brought one recently. It should be here this week. David Cronenberg's Rabbit. I'd never heard of it, but it was like $37. So I looked it up. I'm like, oh, Cronenberg 7.2. I'll grab that. I know
Mhm.
7.2 on IMDb.
Mhm.
I do give myself a. I know I'm not answering your question yet, but I do sometimes with those blind buys. I'll check them out in IMDb and I say to myself, if it's not above 6.5, I'm not buying it. That has to have
Ah,
a rating. So
interesting.
Mm.
yeah, I do that quite a lot. And some movies I'll go, well, this is the type of movie. If it's above six, I'll grab it.
Mhm.
Some movies will need to be above a seven, and it's just because it depends on price. And I think I brought Thunderbolt and Lightfoot for that very reason. It was 7.1, and I'm like, okay, I'll grab it, and I'm
That's a
glad I
great
did because
movie.
it's an excellent movie. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
it's a phenomenal movie.
Mhm.
Um, and your question was, so no budget, but I do track how much comes in per month because I talk about it on my podcast.
Yes, you do.
But I'm glad to say that my numbers have reduced like by around 60% this year, actually, what I've been buying, which is great. Um, which is why I've got a lot on pre-order now because I obviously had extra money and I'm blowing it.
That's my kind of when there's a Prime Day, or now as there are no
Mm,
Prime weeks. That's my
mm,
like a favorite pastime is to go just to the DVD and Blu-ray category and
hmm.
see everything. And and if you
Yeah.
have a memory like mine, I remember a lot of pointless stuff. So you see the same titles over and over and over again. But
Yes.
every once in a
Yes.
while, like to your point about how you don't blind buy much, or if it's above
Mm,
certain percentage, I blind buy stuff because I also track a lot of like lists of like, oh, this is an interesting movie from this year, this is a great movie that was mentioned on several lists, like a very great movie, even though it's only rated, let's say, 6.4 on IMDb. But
mm,
many filmmakers talk about this movie. So if I see, oh hey, this movie I've seen referenced or I heard referenced many times, it's only 5.99 on Blu-ray on Amazon. I'm like, okay,
mm,
put it in that in that basket, please, thank you. So like that's my kind of like, I tend to blind buy only things I've actually heard interesting stuff about, and sometimes it's great, sometimes not so much.
mm. Yeah. It's interesting.
Hmm.
It's a good game. I mean, it's a good, there are worse habits, I suppose, we could be doing.
100%. What about you, Shane?
Mm.
Any last words? Any last thoughts?
Um, I obviously very much support physical media,
Hmm.
and I still stream a lot of things, and
Mm,
sometimes crack open that internet archive, trying to find stuff that you can't find anywhere else. But it's a nice feeling, and like being able to, like, I have my monthly movie marathons with my friends, and it'll just be like I got the stack
Yep.
sitting there next to the TV, and it's like we're diving in,
Yep.
because to be perfectly honest, most of the time I own the movies that we watch. And that's also sometimes an excuse for me to buy certain movies, is because we're going to be watching them for my
mm,
movie marathons. But like,
mm,
it's just I hope to get things on straight a little bit more so that I could, spend some money buying some new movies. But
Yep.
Have you looked
you know,
into have you looked into that tax break I was telling you about last time we spoke?
I it's funny because I've gotten that my wife finds stuff, and we have to replace the floor on our house, have to replace a toilet in our house, probably gonna have to replace the oven in our house,
Jesus.
and all these fun
Wow.
things. And I have other fun stuff to be spending money on in the near future.
At this point, isn't it cheaper just to replace the house? Like the floor, the toilet, the oven.
Probably not.
I know, I
Probably
know.
not.
But like that
Hmm.
seems like a lot of things to replace.
You know how much like the cheapest house you could probably find is
In your area,
like
probably.
a townhome for $360,000 without a yard.
But the teacher salary, that's just a pocket change, right? Like, it's all good.
I am a higher ed administrator
Mm,
and I
Mm,
don't get paid enough.
I know.
So
I know. I
so
know. I feel you, man. I feel you.
mm.
But no, I think this was a good discussion. Like, Adam, thank you for suggesting this topic. We
Yeah, no
went
worries.
we went all over the place, but I kind of loved it. It was
Mhm.
so great. So before we say goodbye, Adam, what is the one area, one thing you would like to recommend? Any could be show, movie, podcast, book, anything.
I'm going to recommend two shows because I'm an
Mm,
Apple fanboy and especially an Apple TV fanboy. Because I
okay.
think they do the best quality stuff on a pound for pound basis. But two shows I'm really loving. I love season one, season two. Your Friends and Neighbors. I'm still vibing with that as much as I did season one. I think it's great. I'm having a lot of
Mhm.
fun. And Margot's Got Money Troubles, a new Elle Fanning one with
yeah.
Michelle
Yep.
Pfeiffer, Nick Offerman.
Mhm.
Enjoying that way more than I thought I would. That was one of those ones I nearly turned off halfway through the first episode. I didn't get back to the second one, but I thought, no, I'll give it a crack, and am enjoying it. It's not
Hmm.
the greatest show for me, but I'm really enjoying it.
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm enjoying that show a lot.
Mm.
I also enjoy the layer of pro wrestling injected
Yes.
into it too.
Yeah. Yeah, and Nicole Kidman just randomly shows up as a female wrestler. It's
Yeah.
like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Where's she coming from? Yeah,
That's like
and
the most
Australian too.
random TV show casting in
Yeah.
recent memory. It's like, why is Nicole Kidman playing uh aging pro wrestler who's also what a lawyer? Um
Because she
Yeah,
can.
and she's Australian because he says
yeah,
so. I thought you would have moved to Melbourne or something after blah blah blah. This is
yeah.
cool. I like it.
What about you,
And
Shane?
Elle,
Oh,
oh
sorry.
sorry, no, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I was going to go into creeper territory. Shane, over to you.
Wait, talking about Elle Fanning being like an OnlyFans
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like
I've seen, because
um
I've read it, I've seen certain scenes from that show. I'm like, oh, I need to check it out. That's all I'm gonna
Yeah.
say.
Well, sometimes I don't know whether it's real, whether it's makeup, or whether it's really her or not. I can't tell, honestly.
I can
Sometimes it
tell
just
you
seems
after the
fake.
show. I can. Apparently, I have some answers.
You have a sixth
there
sense.
we go. It's Flicks and Chill After Dark.
Yes.
Um My recommendation is a new documentary called The Python Hunt. I was just talking to Patrice about this. So, in the state of Florida, 1 week every year, they encourage folks to go out and hunt pythons as a competition because there's an overabundance of pythons in the Everglades. This is the only kind of shit that you would hear about in the
Sounds
United
like
States and specifically in Florida.
they
Yep.
did a Simpsons episode on that. It's called Whacking Day.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's one of the
So,
better episodes.
and Patrice said that she actually pays attention to this every year, the Python hunt. And it's such an interesting group of people. And of course, there's
Of
misogyny
course, they.
that like some of the women deal with trying to be Python hunters and stuff like that. So
Wow.
yeah, it's Florida, endless supply of the craziest content for documentaries, film, and television.
You know.
Because also, I'm
Yes.
binging through It's Florida Man, that documentary series on HBO where
Mm,
they have
Hmm.
famous actors acting out dramatizations of the wildest stories you
Like
hear
Drunk
out of
History, is
Florida.
it?
Yeah, it's similar kind of
That sounds
approach to
good.
that, except they're Florida Man
yep.
stories.
Yeah. Florida
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
I
I'm
am
gonna look that
familiar
up.
with
That sounds
those.
good.
See, that was also from The Simpsons. I'm not a state. I'm not a state. I'm a monster. Like Lisa in the Florida costume. I always see the picture posted after every election when it's projected. Oh, Florida might turn blue, and it's red. It's always red. It's all somebody always posts that on Reddit. It's like, I'm not a state. I'm a monster. I'm like,
Yeah.
Florida. Oh, never change.
That's a great episode. That's the
Yep.
I call him Gambler.
But my quick recommend, we've already talked about this, but yeah, like Devil Wears Prada 2, I have enjoyed it. Is it
Yeah.
as good as the first one? No. I think as far as legacy sequels go, this was surprisingly enjoyable. I love the fact that Meryl Streep negotiate herself and her fellow co-stars better pay, and now
Mm,
they have some profits of the like there is a back end deal where they're gonna get some
mm.
profits from the box office total, so
They're
they
gonna
might
get
be,
some.
yeah. So and that's only because of Meryl Streep. Also, the I don't know if you want to spoil. There's a certain cameo of a certain celebrity that sings in a movie. Apparently, how that
And a tie-in song that I listened to on my way home from the theater.
and apparently that cameo. Do you know how that came about, Shane?
No.
Meryl Streep herself picked up a phone and called that celebrity. Hey, do you want to be in Devil Wears Prada too? Because apparently she's a fan. And I'm
Is
like,
it P. Diddy?
Yikes.
nope.
Think
But
about
Bill
a
Cosby?
pop
No, I need
star
to
that
know.
would make most sense on a fashion runway,
yes,
and you'll know exactly who it is.
yeah,
It can't be Justin
So
Bieber because he's done that before.
no.
You tell me off air, please,
Okay.
because I want to know.
To be fair, I don't think it spoils it, but it's definitely like I didn't know, like that
it's a
celebrity.
it's a fun reveal,
Yes.
especially when Miranda's like,
Oh, it must be Rihanna.
"Fine,
Is it?
I'll call her." Um,
Yeah.
it's like they have a beef,
Yeah, they
and it's
apparently have a
very
B.
obvious
Yes.
when they interact in the movie.
And I
Oh
thought like
man,
they are referencing different celebrity when it was like beef. I was like, oh, because like first they're talking about John Legend, and then they're like talking about a beef with this somebody else, and I'm like, is that supposed to be beef with the John Legend's wife, like Christy Teigen, because she's a model, or she used to be a model? So I was like, oh, are they kind of like dissing her? What is happening? Like this is kind of weird. And then it's revealed who it was. I was like, ah, I get it now.
I would
But
like to shout out
mhm.
specifically what's his name? Patrick Brammell of Colin from
Oh, the
Accounts.
Australian guy. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he is Anne Hathaway's love interest in
You
this
Oh,
should
movie.
check out his wife's Instagram. That guy's his wife's Instagram because she's putting up these funny posts of him hanging out with Anne Hathaway, and she's at home alone, just
mhm.
drinking wine, and yeah, it's very, very funny because now he's all of a sudden this handsome leading man.
I
It's
will
great.
say I didn't know Shane was gonna bring it up because I was actually gonna bring it up. One of my only complaints, I don't think that him being there was necessary. I
He
think
wasn't necessary, but he's funny.
like
Uh,
You
he
sounded scared to say that.
like he no because like the thing is he is kind of funny. I don't think they had chemistry with Anne Hathaway, and I didn't like without spoiling it. I didn't like how it ended. That relationship without any spoilers.
I'll
Because
say
I
that
Other than
that's
that,
one of the
other than the relationship ended.
it's
no
one
no
of
no
the
I'm just
least
joking, mate.
necessary and interesting parts of the
yes
movie.
yes
I just wanted to shout out Patrick Brammall, who was the shit ass husband on Evil through
mm,
that run. And then I really like the show
yeah.
Colin from Accounts. So
I-
I was super excited when he
Mm.
popped up and I'm like, oh my God.
I've never seen that, so like for me, I was like, oh, who is this guy? Oh, okay, it's a
I
love
never have
interest.
either, actually. Yeah.
Because it's him and which side recommend the show
Okay.
Colin from Accounts. And who the hell's the actress in it? Because she's in a new CBS sitcom called DMV, except that's being canceled
Mm.
um after one season, but
The woman
I'll
from
figure it
Colin
out.
from Accounts,
Yep,
Ah.
Harriet Dyer?
that is it. Let's see. Yes. Wait a minute.
Ooh, a revelation.
Is that his wife?
Yeah, yeah. I think that's her in real life. Yeah, yeah, that's his real life wife. Yeah,
Oh,
they created Colin from Accounts together.
Mm.
see, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
check out her Instagram. It's pretty
Okay.
good. She's in The
I
Invisible
I see
Man.
the
Okay.
first reel on here and it's like him with his arm around
Yeah,
Anne
yeah,
Hathaway.
yeah, yeah.
Nice.
I'm glad
And
to
now
see they're both
she's
making it over there. It's good.
there we go.
But yeah, no, so just Devil Wears Prada 2, like it's an enjoyable time. I cannot see if you really liked or loved the first one. I cannot see you like hating this one. I think it's like as far as legacy sequels go, this is I thought it was surprisingly well made. I thought
And
it
it has
was
something interesting to say about modern day journalism, which was not expected,
I
to be
that was
honest.
Yeah,
that was
good.
my last point. I didn't expect that journalistic angle, but it made so much sense, and I thought that was actually a very nice wrinkle. And the fact that the movie kind of disses Jeff Bezos, not even indirectly, I really like that that love story. And I was like, oh, this is obviously Jeff. Oh, Lucy Lou's supposed to be. It makes so much sense.
And Justin Theroux is so freaking annoying.
I didn't even recognize
He's
that was him. I
Oh,
didn't even
he's so
recognize that was
underrated, that guy.
Justin Theroux.
He's so
he,
underrated. I think he's
he's
great.
purposefully annoying to
Yeah, yeah,
say
yeah.
specifically.
No, like I didn't even recognize that was him. Like I've seen him in the credits. I was like, oh, Justin Theroux is in the movie, and I forgot. And I'm like, who is this fucking
I
dude?
like how
Oh,
Kenneth Branagh is just casually
yeah, there,
Miranda's husband.
just like
It's
there,
just
yeah.
like, oh, that's Kenneth
Hello,
Branagh,
hello, I'm
just
Kenneth
in this
Branagh.
movie.
I'm also in this movie. Yes, I need a hit. No, but no, like I thought it was an enjoyable time in the cinema. I thought it was fun. I thought it was very fun. But yeah, I think that's the end. So Adam, thank you so much for coming to our show. Where people
Yeah,
could
of
follow
course.
you if they enjoy, your our conversation, where would they, reach you?
They could reach me at curbside underscore screen time on Instagram and my podcasts of the same name. I also do a Formula One podcast called
Hmm.
Curb Rider F1, and obviously a podcast with these two fine gentlemen, The Cinematic Wasteland.
Hmm.
All those are wherever you get your podcasts. Also, why not jump me on Letterboxd, just at Curb Rider on there. Yeah, that's me. Thanks for having me on too, by the way. It's been good.
Honestly, it's a blast. What about you, Shane?
People could head over to the Wasteland Reviewer on Instagram, where I shamelessly plug all the things that I do, including the Wasteland Reviewer YouTube channel, where I review all types of new movies, and my weekly show, Welcome to the Wasteland, as well as my website, thewastelandreviewer.blog, where I have new written reviews for new releases and monthly articles. And I have my variety of podcasts here on the SPDM Crew Podcasting Network, along with my contributions to sifpop.com and Knock One Films. And you can check out my letterboxd.
Hmm. Nice. That's always, yeah, a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. I don't understand, but I admire. I
Yeah.
admire you. For me, as always, in movies lost on Letterboxd or here every other Friday, everywhere podcasts are found. And yes, as we mentioned, we are part of SPDM, podcasting crew, and we are grateful to be there. So until next time, bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.